our session, let me remind you first of the following. Alright, so attend today's session. Attendance for today will be monitored by our respective administrators. To ensure better streaming, kindly mute your microphone and turn off your camera. If there will be any queries or concerns, you may post them in the meeting chat and the Q&A moderator will address them. If no query is in queue, you may opt using the raise your hand option and wait to be acknowledged. You may screenshot or take down notes all important information from today's session. During the Q&A portion, kindly raise concerns relevant to the topic being discussed. And in case of emergency and technical constraint, which will prevent you in joining or attending the online inset, please inform your immediate head in advance. Recording disclaimer. The session today will be recorded. By continuing your attendance in the online meeting, you are giving full consent to the organizers for your inclusion in the recording. Now, let us officially commence our session today by asking divine intervention as Ms. Cherry Santiago lead us all in prayer, and this shall be followed by the singing of our national anthem.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Reflection. Many
A reading from the Gospel according to Saint Matthew. Jesus said to his apostles, "Behold, I am sending you like sheep in the midst of wolves. So be shred as serpents and simple as doves. But beware of people, for they will hand you over to courts and scourge you in their synagogues. And you will be led before governors and kings for my sake, as a witness before them and the pagans. For they hand you over. Do not worry about how you are to speak or what you are to say. You will be given at that moment what you are to say. For it will not be you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. Brother will hand over brother to death, and the father his child. Children will rise up against parents and have them put to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but whoever endures to the end will be saved. When they persecute you in one town, flee to another. Amen, I say to you, you will not finish the towns of Israel before the Son of Man comes. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflection. Many people hate you for telling them the truth about themselves. Many people do not want to hear the good news. It is because most people want the status quo. They desire change in their family, in their society, and even in the world, but they refuse to change themselves. It is easier and maybe enjoyable for them to live in their sinful ways. That is why, when you try to tell them to repent, they become resentful and even violent. They start to hate you for telling them the truth about themselves. And so Jesus warned his apostles who did not receive much education and who were not trained for public speaking. He warned them of the hardship, hatred, and persecution that they will encounter as they go out to perform their mandate of preaching the gospel. Even in our ordinary life, witnessing or speaking the truth is dangerous. Jesus himself experienced crucifixion and death for doing so. The same is true with the martyrs who died for their faith. It would be wrong to think that preaching the message of salvation in our time is easy. Yet we do not cower in fear. Jesus gave us the assurance that those who will endure to the very end will receive just compensation. No need to worry about what to say because the Holy Spirit will provide us with the words and sentences to convey the message. All we need is simplicity, shrewdness, and courage to do our mission.
Saint John Baptist de La Salle, pray for us. Leave Jesus in our hearts forever.
forever.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Now, to give us a recap of what happened last plenary, here is Ms. Michelle de la Rosa.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am Jess.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
Ms.
ma'am.
Michelle.
Ma'am, nakikita na po yung screen ko po.
Yes po.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, a pleasant morning to all of you. Let me present to you the recap of yesterday's webinar. Hosted and attended by senior high school admin and faculty. The MC was Mr. John Paul Samonte. It was started with an opening prayer led by Mr. Panhay, followed by a recap of the previous seminar given by Ms. Patricia May Cortez. After that, Ms. Alicia Pedracio facilitated an icebreaker entitled Pass It On, wherein the attendees shared what they had in breakfast and their hobbies. Afterward, Ms. Rejoice Ferrer did the introduction of the guest speaker. The topic of yesterday's webinar is Teacher Empowerment towards Student Empowerment, presented by our guest speaker, Mr. Nelson Aguyaoy. He started his presentation with a question, bakit nga ba ako naging teacher? So according to our speaker, based on the survey, here are the answer of the said question. Number one, na-impluwensya ng dating guro. Walang ibang mapagpili ang propesyon. Maiksi kasi ang pila sa kursong pinili at madaling makakuha ng trabaho. He even asked the attendees to look back and recall what is their main reason why they become a teacher. And to ask him or herself that if do we still have the desire and passion to teach. Our guest speaker pointed out that for us, an educator, to empower our student, we must empower ourselves first. As the saying goes, we cannot give what we don't have. Educators must not cease learning. We can empower ourselves through enrolling in graduate school, attending webinar, accepting some invitation to be a speaker, reading books, and conducting research. Our speaker also presented some pictures of teachers who have shown dedication and passion in their teaching profession amidst of the pandemic. In addition, he reminded us about what are the expectations of the community to us as a teacher. As a teacher, we are expected to be ethical, punctual, respectful, and role model. Our speaker reminded also that as an educator, we must ready for change. During this new normal class setup, we must explore and update ourselves with the use of technology in teaching and learning. We can watch some video tutorial on how we can apply some application in our teaching, especially during this time. He mentioned some educational tools that we can apply for our online class, such as class notebook, online whiteboard, Google Classroom, MS Teams, and Zoom. He ended his presentation with a quote from John C. Maxwell, stated that students don't care how much you know until how much you care. For my takeaway, for us to empower ourselves as an educator, we must love our work and everything will follow. We should know our main purpose as a teacher, and that's to teach the mind, touch the heart, and transform the life of our students who are trusted to our care. In that way, we will be more effective and efficient teacher. We will be remembered by our student not only as a good teacher, but as a teacher with a heart as well. That's all. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Ma'am Jess.
Thank you, Ms. Mitch, for the recap. I hope that all of us were able to learn something from our previous speaker. Let us now proceed to the most important part of our session. Our fourth plenary will be focusing on maximizing technology integration during online learning. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any question during the presentation, please type them into the meeting chat. We will bring them up after the presentation during the question and answer portion. Now, to introduce our speaker, here is Mr. Danilo Dogilio.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am Jess. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today. He is a graduate of Bachelor of Science and Biology for Teachers at the Philippine Normal University. At present, he is currently finishing his Masters of Arts in Teaching Science at the National Teachers College and University of Caloocan City. He's been actively involved in various teacher training, workshops, both local and international research congresses, as the resource speaker for making science fun in a remote classroom setup and creating video lesson, SLK, and SDM. In addition to this, he is a science textbook author, a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert School Year 2020-2021, an Apple teacher, an education content creator in TikTok, and certified Kahoot educator. At present, he is the Science Cluster Coordinator of De La Salle Araneta University Integrated School. With all pride and honor, let us welcome our very own Mr. Maurice B. Gravides.
Thank you po. Thank you po, Sir Dan, sa sobrang generous na pagpapakilala.
Welcome po.
Thank you po. Mag-share na po ako ng screen. Salamat po sa mga palakpak po. Ayan po yung sounds. Thank you po. Magpapakita din po ako. Yan. Nakikita na po yung screen ko? Hindi pa po.
Wala pa, yan.
Yes, sir.
Salamat po. Nakamute pala ako. I'm so honored na ma-invite po ulit dito po sa ating inset po sa ating integrated school. So my topic is about creating video lessons for distance learning. So I think last July first week same topic po yung na-discuss ko po sa inyo. Pero for this time po, iba po yung content po. So, what are the do and don'ts po in making video lessons po? Now, before we begin to our topic, so I want to share a quotation na hawak-hawak ko sa aking pagtuturo, no? In any that we can apply to any environment, pwede sa workplace, pwede sa ating bahay, sa ating sarili, no? So, according to Louis Farrakhan, there really can be no peace without justice. There can be no justice without truth, and there can be no truth unless someone rises to tell you the truth. So, ayun. So, sino ba ang ayaw ng peace? So, if we choose peace, we need to choose justice, no? And choose the truth. So, ayan po. Yan po yung mga mga quotable quotes pa, no? Second quote po na gusto ko pong i-share po sa inyo bilang educator is the from the book Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Lalo na po ngayong pandemic, no? Hindi lahat na nakikita ng ating mga mata ay katanggap-tanggap o dapat tanggapin. No? Parang the best na makita natin yung kabutihan ng mga bagay, kabutihan ng tao in some sense, no? And kasi when we consider our naked eye, parang ang superficial, no? Parang hindi deep. As an educator, hindi lang po tayo dapat nasa-settle sa superficial. Pero we are looking for the deep sense in terms of ating students and colleagues, ang ating tinuturo, ating curriculum, ang ating school. And another, this saying is from the Bible, Daniel chapter 12 verse 3, no? Ito yung isa sa mga na-appreciate kong Bible verse nung mga way back 2014 nung ako ay napasok sa Lasal Brothers. Ito na yung aking ito na yung aking Bible verse ng aking buhay. And those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the sky above, and those who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. Maraming nagsasabi na walang forever. Pero because of this Bible verse, may forever pala, no? Once that you made something good sa ibang tao, it will be remembered. It will be remain forever and ever. Parang I just want to give tribute sa ating mga colleagues na namayapa last school year. So this presentation, this webinar ay para sa kanila, no? Na siguro ayan, si Sir Joel Garcia na sobrang laki ng contribution niya sa akin because ako yung nagsisimula pa lang sa Araneta. Isa si Sir sa mga nakasama ko sa faculty room na tinulungan niya ako to adjust, no? So ayan, every time na nagtuturo ako, every time na I conduct classes, naalala ko si Sir Joel because parang I need to be a good teacher dahil parang ang kamatayan kasi we need kapag namatayan tayo ng isang kaibigan o isang malapit sa atin, parang you have the mission to continue that mission na hindi nila natuloy. So yun yung yun yung parang na-instill ko nung sumalangit nawa si Sir Joel. At isa sa mga influential personality din sa aking buhay si Sir Rowan Gent Atienza na nung wala pa ako sa Araneta, siya po yung aming choir conductor, siya po yung aming musical director sa simbahan sa Lourdes. And then mula bata pa po ako, siya pa yung nagtitrain. Hanggang natutuwa nga po kasi na-in po siya sa school. And then ayun, during pandemic, isa po siya sa parang naapektuhan. So parang iniisip ko na maswerte tayo kasi we are still alive and we are still doing the mission na binigay sa atin. So palakpakan po natin ang ating mga colleagues na yan, na mayapa, ngunit ang kanilang alaala ay mananatili. So para sa kanila po itong aking presentation. Now, yan, simulan na po natin yung video-based learning. Ayan. So, ang topic ko is about making videos. Pero saan nga ba ang video making? Para saan po ba? So, the basis of this is the video-based learning. So, gusto ko pong i-share sa inyo itong strategy, itong approach because we are in the online distance learn approach, no? So, before that, I want to commend my colleagues na gumawa po ng YouTube channel, ng kanilang mga lesson na interactive na naka-compile po sa kanilang mga YouTube channel. So palakpakan po natin si Sir Dan. Meron po siyang I Agree by Dan. Ako, kung may YouTube channel po kayo, please subscribe Sir Dan Dogilio. Ayan, pag pinapanood ko pa yung videos niya, parang nare-realize ko na ang dali lang pala magtanim, no? Ang dali lang pala magtanim kahit diyan sa gilid-gilid ng bahay. So, kung napapanood dito ng bata, mas na-appreciate nila and talagang natutuwa ako. So, palakpakan po natin dyan si Sir Dan. Good job po. So, pangalawa po, ayan, ang aking beshi si Sir Tristan, no? I appreciate yung social issues po sa compilation ng kanyang mga video lesson. And take note may mga nagko-comment po na ibang teachers na appreciate po or ginagamit po yung kanyang video sa ibang school. So nakakatuwa, nakaka-proud po as colleague po na ayan, may mga teachers po tayo. Ayan, sinasamantala yung ating capacity to yung Ayan, to share our knowledge yan sa iba din po. Yan. Next po, ayan, si Sir Dave De Leon. So, isa rin po sa mga na-appreciate ko po content po, no? Meron po siya tayong na Science at Home. So, kung titignan niyo po yung content niya, ang gaganda po ng lesson, no? Ang gaganda rin po ng mga presentation. So, ayan, palakpakan po natin silang lahat. Ayan po. In all humility, ito naman po yung akin. So, meron po akong YouTube channel. So, lahat po ng TikTok, TikTok videos ko diyan ko nilalagay. At yung TikTok TikTok account ko po. Ayan. So, yan. Isa sa mga nakakatuwa din po during the pandemic is the formulation of the DLSAU WebTube. Yan. Kayo po ba fina-follow nyo po ito? So, i-follow nyo po yung WebTube natin. Nakakatawa po kasi parang nabigyan po tayo ng opportunity as a teacher na ipakita po yung ating talents po in terms of being creative in teaching, creativity in teaching, innovation in teaching, no? So, isa po sa mga na-feature ay, ayan po, nag-lecture po si Sir Dave about the blood moon, no? So, kung, di ba, parang siguro April ba yon? Ay, hindi, May, ayan. Nung May, nagkaroon ng total lunar eclipse and nagkaroon po siya ng live lecture video about that. So, ayan, pinalabas po sa WebTube. And then, natutuwa rin po ako kasi nabigyan po ako ng pagkakataon na ipakita rin po yung mga video na gawa ko. And then, yung ating mga kasama rin po, si Miss Winzel Marcelino at si Ma'am Christine Capiral. Yan, ang gaganda po ng kanilang mga lessons. No? Sarap i-document ng mga klase. No? Sobrang, ang gaganda. No? Na pwede pala natin i-share yung mga ganitong bagay. At ito pa yung nakakatuwa. Kasi alam niyo po ba yung G Diaries? Ayan, kung kayo po ay kapamilya, alam niyo po ito. And then, ayan, G Diaries, yung kay Gina Lopez po na palabas. Ayan, nakikita niyo po ba? Ayan. So, na-feature po yung Silid Aralneta sa G Diaries po. So, with the, ang in charge po dito na faculty ay si Professor Sheila Cabidog. So, sobrang nakakatuwa kasi di ba nauuso yung pantry, yung community pantry. Yung G Diaries, tinawag tayo na community knowledge pantry. No, so nakaka-proud kasi nakita yung mukha ko sa G Diaries. Ganon din po si Ma'am Winzel, si Miss In Capiral, si Sir Dave. No, nakaka-proud kasi parang may mga nakakapansin po sa mga ganong efforts po. So palakpakan po natin si Miss Sheila po sa kanyang initiative po about WebTube, no? Sana po ito po yung mga bagay na pwede natin i-grow pa, no? Na nangangailangan ng maraming tao, no? So sana po ma-consider po ito bilang kahit papaano is ayan po, masaya po kasi siyang work. So pwede natin siyang gawing part po ng ating ng responsibilities din po natin. Pero syempre, ayan. Now, last time sa ating inset, I discussed po about the importance of TikTok. So bakit nga po ba may TikTok? According to the New York Times, ang TikTok ay isa sa mga influential applications na, no? So, ang dami ng resource videos na available sa TikTok. At isa sa mga function na pwede natin magamit is the hashtag function. So sa TikTok, ang hashtag is a functional organizing sign. So if you type hashtag and then the word na or the kind of video na gusto natin hanapin ay lalabas, no? Secondly is if we make a TikTok video, ang mga audience mo can respond to it, no? Can respond to it and use your video para sa duets, no? And isa sa mga bagay na bakit yung mga bata ay gustong-gusto ang TikTok is the FOMO. Alam niyo yung mga millennial, mga Gen Z and Gen Alpha, ayan, mga FOMO, may fear of missing out, no? Ayaw nilang mawala sa trend, ayaw nilang mawala sa uso. So, ang TikTok ay isa sa mga nagpapaalala ng mga trends natin. So, ipakita ko lang ng mabilisan yung mga pwede nating makita sa TikTok. So if we want DIY videos, so DIY with me. 'Di ba kapag nagluluto tayo, no, kunwari hindi natin alam paano ba lutuin yung menudo, ita-type lang natin sa YouTube, 'di ba? Ita-type lang natin sa YouTube. Sa TikTok naman, #menudo. Lalabas na ng lahat ng video about cooking menudo, no? So ganun lang din 'yon. If we want to look for yung buhay ng mga santo, reflection sa mga Bible verse, we can type #motivationph. Learn on TikTok, it's all about educational videos, all about science, sponsored by Department of Science and Technology, is Pinoy Science. Kung something to do with medical aspects, ayan, Health Talk PH. Mga kilalang doktor yan, mga sikat na sila dahil sa TikTok. If you are into arts, no, example, may mga gawa. Ito pwedeng integrate ito ng MAPE, ng art, and then ng UMS in terms of mga subject about arts, art appreciation, is yung parang videos how to make their art, no? So i-document nila yun, and then the final product. So napakagandang i-expose yung art in this manner. Life hack PH, hindi ko na tutorial. Ayan, example, how to play saxophone. Yan. And photography 101. So, pakpan po natin sila. Yay! Para lang po maingay ng konti. Okay, Finance 101. Ayan, ABM, no? Kapag medyo entrepreneur ang pinag-uusapan. Now, according to teachstarter.com, the average concentration span ay ito, no? So, we are using this chart. Sabi, kapag 8 years old, ang average concentration span ng bata is 16 to 40 minutes lang. Kung titignan natin, yung ating asynchronous session, di ba, 1 hour, 30 minutes para sa RSGP, 1 hour para sa isang subject, 1 hour para sa second subject, break, and then 1 hour para sa third subject. Pero kapag pinag-uusapan natin dito ay 12 years old, tignan niyo yung average concentration span lang nila, 24 to 60 minutes. Ang mahirap pa nito is online teaching tayo, online learning, online distance learning. Hindi natin alam ang nangyayari kung hindi natin alam kung nakikinig ba ang bata. Pwede nating makita kung naka-open yung camera, pero kung hindi naka-open yung camera, marami na silang ginagawa. Pero nagsasalita ka pa rin. So, it can be one factor. Second, ito po, isa po sa mga dahilan bakit na-click ang TikTok is the average attention span. No? So according to the National Center for Biotechnology Information, noong year 2000, ang average attention span ng human being is 12 seconds. No? Pero noong 2013 na, 8 seconds na lang. Now, we compare it to a goldfish na ang average attention span ay 9 seconds. Hala, ano nangyari? No? Ano ang nangyari? So, na-click yung TikTok kasi, ang TikTok kasi, video siya, na hindi lumalagpas ng 1 minute yung mga video. Pwedeng 1 minute. Ayun. So, mabilis lang siya mapanood isa sa mga mahabang video na meron sa YouTube. Now, let's go to the principle ng video-based learning. Now, I want you to go to your Mentimeter. So, I want you to use your smartphones, type Mentimeter, and type or use this code 15, 45, and 43. Sige po. Yan. So, I want you to use your Mentimeter. And tignan lang po, mag-ano lang po tayo ng konting survey. Okay, again, the code is 15. Sige, ita-type ko sa chat box. It's 1545, 15, 45, 43. Ayan, may tanong po ako dyan. Ang tanong ko dyan ay, ang tanong ko dyan is, Para saan po ba? Kung tayo ay nanonood ng YouTube at TikTok, mainly ano po ba ang ano po ba ang naitutulong nito sa atin? So may tanong po, i-rank niyo po yung sagot ninyo from 1 to to 4. Yung pinaka-priority niyo po yung 1, tapos yung least priority niyo po ay 4. Ayan. Kung ano po, gamitin niyo rin po itong Mentimeter sa classroom niyo, sa mga class po ninyo para ayan. Ay. Ayan. So, nakikita na po natin. So, naglalaban po, naglalaban ang for entertainment. Second ay para may matutunan. Third is to kill time. To kill time. To follow my idols. Ano ba function ng TikTok at YouTube? Kayo po ba, pwede po mag-open ng mic? Ano pa ba ang function ng YouTube at ng TikTok? Pwede tayo nanonood dito. Pwede po kayo open mic po tayo. Wow, ayan po, gumagalaw po yung graph. Nakakatawa po kasi habang nag-aantay po kayo ng response sa mga bata, nakikita nyo po yung mga changes po sa graph. Ayan po. So, for entertainment, ayan. So far, ang nanalo ay yung for entertainment. So, nanonood tayo ng YouTube and TikTok videos for entertainment. Pangalawa ay para may matutunan. Pangatlo is to kill time. Ay, medyo madaming time. And the fourth priority is to follow my idol. So, hindi tayo masyado fanatic. No? May mga BTS, ano po ba dito, fan? Ayan. Yan. So, thank you for your response sa Mentimeter natin. So, again, you can use the Mentimeter sa ating klase, no? Now, so when you say video-based learning, the term na video-based learning is a science of learning and a cognition to designate knowledge or skills acquired by being taught via video. So dalawa po yung key element po dito, the visual and the auditory, no? So one of the critical attribute of video is the use of both auditory and visual cues, no? So we use visual symbols para mapakita po yung mismong itinuturo natin, yung illustrations, okay? The graphs, the pictures to describe something, some concepts. And we reinforce that with audio symbols to elaborate that information para magkaroon din ng mai-reinforce, no, hindi lang sapat na nakikita ng tao yung gusto nyong i-share, kundi naririnig din niya, no, naririnig din ng student. Okay, so effectiveness of learning is dependent on the length of learning chunks. So, since nabanggit ko po sa inyo yung attention span, mas okay po na ang video na magagawa natin o mapoproduce natin is somehow, lang po siya, parang small chunk lang po siya. So, example po, ayan. Ginawa ko na rin po example yung TikTok videos na nagawa ko. Example po is the lipid topic, no? When you say lipid, yung fatty acids, glycerol, ayan. Medyo mahaba yung topic niya. Gumawa po ako ng 3 TikTok video to cover this. Ang bawat TikTok video is 1 minute and 30 seconds. So, kung 1 minute and 30 seconds lang yan, madali siyang ma-digest. Madali siyang ma-digest ng student or ng kahit sino makakanood nito. Kaysa gagawa ka ng video na panglipid lang, na sobrang, kunwari, tatagal ng 10 minutes. Ganon. Parang para kang nagbigay para tayo nagpakain ng pizza. Ano favorite nating flavor ng pizza? Yung Angel's Pizza. Sino may favorite nun? Yung spinach. Sarap ba nun? Favorite. Alam niyo po, may hack ako doon. may hack akong na-discover, gusto kong i-share sa inyo. Di ba pansin nyo, kumpul-kumpul yung spinach sa bawat pizza slice? Hindi dapat kinakain nyo ng isang kumpul. Dapat, ano yun, ini-spread all throughout sa pizza. So kung kakain tayo ng pizza na spinach, yung may cream cheese and pizza, and spinach, dapat ini-spread yun all throughout sa pizza para ma-appreciate yung spinach, yung mas masarap siya. Kasi may part na puro cheese lang eh. Kung lahat yun may spinach and cream cheese, perfect. So, syempre, pag binibigay natin, papakain natin yung buong pizza sa student, di ba mabubulunan yun? Di ba mabubulunan siya? Oh my God, daming information. So, mabubulunan, hindi ma-appreciate yung pizza. Pero kung binigyan na natin siya ng one slice, no? Pa-endure niya, no? So, yun yung principle ng video-based learning na na gumagawa tayo ng video na hindi isang full pack, kundi chunks lang ng videos. Now, what are the 4 models that defines video-based learning? So, we have the attention. So, attention ng bata is being caught by using videos or learning video or eduk video. It must be relevant, no? So, kung tayo gumawa, syempre, relevant yun, no? Kaysa naman sa gumawa tayo ng lumang video na hindi na relevant today. Example, sa science subject, no? Laging may bagong information, laging may bagong discovery. So, we need to use relevant resources. Kung gagawa tayo ng video, dapat updated po yung mga resources na ginagamit natin. It boosts confidence na, tingnan nyo, pag may student na makita, uy, wow, si teacher, gumagawa ng video, ang galing naman. Di ba? Something like that. Ito pa yung doon, ito pa yung medyo contradicting doon. Ang performance task natin is nagpapagawa tayo ng video, and yet, hindi tayo gumagawa ng video itself. O, di ba, contradicting yon na dapat, as a teacher, dapat, kung yun yung performance task natin, dapat kaya rin natin i-execute sa mga bata, no? So if we impose, this is your performance task, you need to you need to make a video ganyan. And yet ikaw teacher, nahihiya ka gumawa ng ganitong video or nahihiya ka mag-camera, bukas ng camera during online. Parang nadidefeat yung purpose na parang 'di ba? So, dapat, pag magpapagawa tayo ng PETA o ng performance task, dapat we are expert. We are expert on that performance task para mapakita natin na, ginawa ko yan. So, it's your turn. Diba? So, ganun eh. Pinili natin itong profession na to. So, ganun talaga ang pagiging teacher. We need to do things na tinuturo natin. Walk the talk, no? And satisfaction. When we say satisfaction, na-reach natin or na-hit natin or na-achieve natin yung objectives natin. Specifically, yung milk natin. So, feeling ko naman, we can achieve our objectives in terms of making our videos, pero dapat quality din. Now, let's discuss the top 3 benefits of making video or eduk videos. First, it's cost-effective. When you say cost-effective, it can be created kahit saan, no? Kahit ikaw ay nasa bahay, kahit ikaw ay nasa school, kahit ikaw ay nasa ibang lugar, kahit ikaw ay nasa probinsya, basta may video equipment kang may video equipment kang dala, you can record, no? You can record your content. Second, it provides a platform to collaborate as well as share knowledge for learners. So when we say collaborate, so kahit hindi mo na kailangan puntahan si teacher 2 para magkaroon kayo ng video together. Pwede kayong pwedeng i-screen record yung usapan ninyo sa video call and then use that conversation as lesson sa mga students. Di ba? Pwede natin gawin. And then share knowledge for learners. So mabilis lang yung sharing, no? Kasi ito pa yung another benefit nun, no? Hindi tayo pa ulit-ulit, no? Because Because, alam mo yun, iulit-ulit natin yung same lecture sa different classes. If we have our recorded video or recorded um, wag natin ilimit yung may nakaanong camera sa natin, sa harap natin. Hindi pwede namang hindi nakikita yung mukha ng speaker o ng teacher, pwedeng voice lang. Or you have your PowerPoint presentation and then ilagay niyo yung boses niyo. That's perfect. Okay na rin yun. Kasi instead na iulit-ulit niyo yun sa live, paano kung wala kayong internet on that time? O, di ba? So, isa yan sa mga nagiging problem ng online teaching natin. Second is the ease of creation and scalability. When you say ease of creation, madali lang siyang gamitin. Pwede ka na makapag-record ng lesson natin. So, magitan lang ng smartphones niyo. Posible namang wala kayong smartphones. No? So, pwede tayo mag-record ng lesson natin through smartphones, tablet, laptop, no? Mamaya i-discuss natin kung paano mag-set up ng somehow video presentation or education video. So, kahit anong gadget ito, phone, laptop, tablet, makakagawa na tayo ng video natin or video natin, no? And the third one is distribution. So once that we uploaded our video, pwede sa Microsoft Office natin, no? Or if you decided to upload it sa YouTube or sa TikTok, you can get the link, the shared link or the copy link, ay copy nyo yung link, no? And then distribute to the students. Di ba? Ma-distribute natin sa mga students. At ito pa yung maganda, ma-access nila anytime, anywhere, in their most comfortable time. We are dealing with online distance learning and then flexible learning. So part of that is their own convenient time kung kailan sila kung kailan sila nasa mood para matuto. Part 'yun, no? Part 'yun ng flexible learning. And that is part ng pagiging student-centered learning, no? Now, let's discuss 5 reasons why video-based learning is beneficial to the students. First, it is easy to create and it is easy to consume. So, specifically, short learning videos can be developed that encapsulate concepts or topics through a mix of minimalistic text and basic graphics. So we don't need to be sobrang technical in this part kasi we can just highlight a specific concept and some of its connections in 1 minute and 30 second video. Diba? At ito pa yun, syempre hindi naman kompleto ang videos natin kapag wala tayong storyboard. So dapat may storyboard din tayo, meron tayong preliminaries, dapat catchy na. And then the content itself and the valuing, the generalization and the valuing. Mas maganda yan, in every chunk na nagagawa natin, we insert VIP, values integration, virtues, 'di ba? Magandang pag-aasal. Integration to other aspects such as veterinary sciences, agriculture, robotics, which is part of our vision mission. Pwedeng ilagay yung mga aral nila saan. So, syempre, it takes time to be creative din. Kailangan natin gumawa rin ng storyboard. So, mamaya, bigyan natin ng somehow run through sa procedure natin na yun. Second, videos are not only teach, they inspire. So, these videos have a humanizing effect on the content. So, it can be inspiring, no? It can be, ay, oo nga, no. At this point, sa konting concept na binigay ninyo, and then, yung dulo is valuing or values integration, mas ma-appreciate nila yun because there's a direct connection to the content, to the lesson na gusto nyong ipaintindi sa bata. And yet, merong importance. Yung parang may saysay yung tinuturo natin kasi pwede niya mai-apply sa kanya. Diba? Now, checkpoint. Okay, using our Padlet. So I want you to go to your smartphone. Yan, kakopy ko lang. I want you to go to your smartphone and i-type niyo yung hindi, i-copy niyo 'to. Hoy, ito yung yan. I-copy niyo po yung Padlet, ipunta po kayo sa link na yan at I want you to search for a movie or a video, pwedeng screenshot, pwedeng movie poster, and then you can post that on the Padlet. Okay? Yan. Ang nakalagay po doon ay most inspiring video or movie na na-encounter nyo. So, sisimulan ko na po yung pag-share sa inyo. So, habang yan. So, makikita nyo po sa aking, ayan, ito po yung Padlet ko. So, if you click the link, no, mapupunta kayo dyan and may plus sign dyan. Ayun, yung pink, no? Ayan, yung pink. Makikita nyo nasa pinakadulo. Ayan, yung pink plus sign. You can upload your pero syempre mag-download muna kayo or mag-screenshot kayo ng movie poster na napili ninyo. And then you can write some caption to it at syempre sharing tayo, no? So yan. So far wala pa ako nakikita nag-share ng kanyang most inspiring movie or video. As a teacher, naku, marami yan. Ang dami na natin napanood na video, ang dami na natin napanood na movie na nagbigay sa atin ng inspire sa atin. Don't forget to write to type your name pala kasi anonymous lang yung lalabas. So, screenshot of your video, pwedeng screenshot lang ng video or movie, Don't forget to write, pwede nyo i-edit yung pinost nyo, write your name, or write your name tuloy. Type your name on your, sa unahan. Ayan, example niyan, I type Mau Gravidis there. Kasi kapag binigay ko lang yung link, lalabas dyan anonymous lang. Yan, so, yan, may nag-share na. Sino po nag-share nito? Ito, yung nandito sa unahan. Happiness. Ayan. Sige nga. Miss Patricia Cortez, can you, open your microphone. Miss Patricia Cortez?
Hello po, sir. Good morning.
Hello, Miss Patricia.
Narinig niyo
Good
po
morning. Ako, narinig na
Opo.
po kita. So, what is the movie all about, ma'am?
Sir, ito po yung movie na may struggle yung parent para magbigay dun sa anak niya kasi yung work niya is very challenging. Wala pa siyang benta for the longest time. Tapos, syempre, ito yung nag-struggle siyang mapakain yung anak niya. Tapos, wala siyang work. So, eventually, at the end of the movie naman, nakabenta siya at dala naman niya sa magandang lugar yung anak niya. May nagkaroon sila ng bahay yun. Nagkautang-utang siya, mga ganyan. So, talaga po yung life struggle as a single parent na na-experience nilang matulog sa CR ng subway kasi wala silang matulugan, ganyan.
Parang
Yun
hindi ko
po.
pa siya napanood.
So,
Parang
yung
na-curious
persistence
tuloy
niya.
ako.
Opo. Panoorin niyo, sir, nakakaiyak po yan.
Ay, nako. Gusto ko maiyak. Minsan kailangan natin maiyak. Kailangan ma-wash away
Opo.
yung mga toxic.
Uy, it's worth a cry, ganyan.
Yes, it's okay to cry. Tandaan po natin, hindi nakakahiyang umiyak. So, yan. Thank you, Miss Patricia. Next naman po, thank you for sharing. Yan, pwede nyo rin pong pusuan yung post ng pwede nyo pong gamitin ng Padlet sa students, ha? Miss Rejoice Ferrer, pwede po bang i-open po yung microphone? ano ang meron sa Castaway? Ito ba yung
Hello, good morning,
Castaway?
everyone. Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, in
Yes.
Castaway, actually, this is one of my favorite movie. This is
Mm-mm.
it is led by Mr. Tom Hanks. Way
Mm-mm.
back 2000. It's the story is about a one man who was left behind in one island, and the moral lesson in this story is about for every struggle that we have encountered in our life, that with God, no one will be left behind. So yeah, that is one of my favorite movie. Thank you.
Ang depressing na moving ito. Actually, ito yung isa sa mga favorite kong movie na pinapanood sa mga students. Kasi parang anong gagawin mo kung ikaw ay napunta sa isang deserted island or isolated island, no? And then yung mga available lang na gamit is yung makikita mo lang sa kagubatan, no? So that's application ng survival. Ang ganda. Thank you. Sino ba yung kanyang naging kasama sa island? Anong
Yung
pangalan
ano
ng
po yung
bola?
parang coconut, I forgot yung
Si
the coconut.
Wilson po.
Oh,
Si
yun.
Wilson.
Wilson.
Oo.
Yeah, si Wilson. The coconut na ginawa niya ng mukha. Yeah. Coconut.
Oo, si Wilson. Grabe. Thank you, Miss Rejoice. I like your name, Rejoice. Yan, okay, thank you. Ayan, sige. Ayan, 'di ba nakakatuwa, ang daming mga nagshi-share na, oh. So, 'di ba nakikita ninyo real time, 'di ba? Sige, i-type niyo yung name niyo para makita ko rin 'yan. Sige, next po punta tayo kay Anonymous, yung The Ron Clark Story. Paano napanood ko na yung The Ron Clark Story? Miss Faye, ikaw po ba ito? Sino po yung nag-post ng Ron Clark story? Ay, baka hindi siya available. How about Sir Jason, Dark Knight? Bakit Dark Knight?
Hello, good morning po, Sir Mau.
Good morning, sir. Bakit Dark Knight, sir?
Actually, maganda po yung niya, yung depiction niya sa reality. And then, yun nga, ang bida kasi niya si Christian Bale. So, all-time favorite ko yan. So, Christian Bale. Kaya siya yung best Batman sa akin. Kaya yun, favorite ko siya. Tapos nakikita ko na rin yung sarili ko sa kanya.
Wow.
Thank lang yun.
Bakit hindi, sir? Di ba? Ang
Thank you,
galing.
sir.
Isa rin yan sa mga favorite movie ko. Ang galing. Ay, nako. Ito, Three Idiots. Sino po ang nag-post? Palakpakan natin si Sir at yung iba po nag-share. Ayan, Three Idiots. Sino po yung nag-post ng Three Idiots? Ako, ito sa mga favorite movie ko. Three Idiots. Bakit po? Idiots. Bakit po?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning po. Sir Ben, ikaw po ba ito?
Yes po. Ayan.
Okay. Bakit, Sir, Three Idiots?
Naano ko lang doon na yung maging masaya tayo sa ating mga ginagawa. Ayan. Kumbaga, yun lang yung naano ko sa akin. Bukod sa mga iyakan doon, yung mga achievement nila. Yun lang yung marami. Kailangan talagang sa lahat ng ginagawa natin, maging masaya tayo at gustong-gusto natin yun. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Ben. No? Isa yan sa mga influential movie para sa akin kasi it's about friendship din, no? And gusto ko yung keynote ni Rancho diyan na college life is parang hindi siya pressure cooker, no? And then na nabanggit din yung suicide aspects, no, ng in terms of education na parang yun nga. And then yung teaching itself. So ang ganda, ang dami niyang na-touch na issues dito. Sir July, ayan, tinype mo yung Rainbow. Parang song ito ni Casey Musgraves. Bakit ito? Bakit music video na Rainbow? Favorite song ko din to, pero specifically yung male version. Bakit, Sir July?
Wala, para lang sa lahat, Sir Mau, ng lumalaban. Lagi lang tandaan na there's always a rainbow hanging over our head. Ganun lang kasimple.
Ang ganda niyan, sir, no? Parang lagi kong pinapakinggan yan, no? Madalas, tuwing ako'y malungkot, Rainbow. Ayan, take note nyo po, Maganda rin po ito kasi nakikita nyo po yung mga yung ibang movies kung hindi nyo po na, sorry, kung hindi po kayo aware, pwede nyo po mapanood. The Life of Pi. Sino po nag-post ng Life of Pi? Sige, last two na lang po na sharing. Life of Pi. Okay. Mukhang hindi available. Detachment.
Ay, hello sir. Ay, sige po.
Sino po sila, sir?
Hello? Sir Mau. Ay, sige po. Mamaya na lang po ako, Sir Mau.
Okay, sige po. Sige po. Sino
Hello?
po yung nag-share ng detachment?
Hello, Sir Mau.
Hello po. Narinig na po kita, sir.
Naririnig po ba ako?
Opo.
Naririnig po ba ako?
Yes po, yes po.
Ayan, bali ako po yung nag-share nung detachment na film.
Ay, wow. Ano po yan? Parang gusto kong panoorin yan.
Bale, ayan, makita po natin, it's an award-winning film starring Adrian Brody. Ito rin yung bida dun sa The Pianist. I think paborito mo rin na film yun, tama po.
Ay, oo. About World War II.
Ayan. Bale, yung detachment, it's about an excellent teacher. Tapos, bigla na lang siyang nagbago kasi parang sobrang hindi na maganda yung nangyayari sa educational system. Tapos na-assign siya sa klase na talagang lahat ng mga estudyante ay may mga problema, no? Kumbaga parang kung dadalhin natin sa Pilipinas, kumbaga yun yung tinatawag nating mga worst section daw. Tapos unti-unti nung habang tumatakbo ng school year, nagbago si teacher. Sabi, ayun, kumbaga unti-unti niyang dinetach yung sarili niya kasi hindi na niya ma-solve yung mga problema ng mga bata. Kasi ang dami talagang sobrang poor yung performance academically, tapos bullying here and there, tapos kasama na dyan yung low budget, yung mga, yun nga, parang nagsama-sama na, no? It was a hodgepodge ng problema ng educational system sa ibang bansa. Tapos ang ginawa niya, unti-unti na nang yung dinetach yung sarili niya. Tapos sabi niya ay parang hindi niya tinitin yung sarili niya bilang teacher. Tapos ang ending niya, napakaganda po mga teachers ng ending niyan. Sobrang ganda kasi. Ang talino ng direktor, merong eksena doon na akala niya, meron kasi isang babae doon na siya yung laging nabubuli kasi medyo medyo mataba daw. Tapos ang ginawa ng babae, nag-bake ng maraming cupcakes. Tapos yun, namigay ng cupcake sa school, sa mga estudyante, sa mga kaklase niya. Tapos yung teacher, parang nagkaroon siya bigla ng hope. Kumbaga, dinidetach niya yung sarili niya sa mga estudyante, wala na siyang pakialam. Pero suddenly, nung makita niya yung ginawa nung estudyante niya yung nabubuli, parang bigla siya nagkaroon ng hope. And then, only to find out na yung palang cupcake ay may lason. So, lahat ng mga kumain, mamamatay. Hindi na pinakita kasi yan yung last minute na eksena ng film. Tapos, lumapit yung babae sa kanya, inaalok din siya ng cupcake. Tapos yun, napakaganda nung eksena yun, yung last part. Tapos ayun, syempre, nasa atin na yung nasa viewers na kung ano yung nangyari. So obviously, namatay yung mga kaklase niya. So nakaganti siya, revenge. Kaya yan, I love that film.
Parang sarap panoorin na na curious ako dyan. Palakpakan naman po natin yung mga nag-share. Thank you po. Ito po, may nag-share po about Taare Zamin Par. Parang every child is special po ata ito. Every child is special. Sino po nag-share po nito?
Hi, Sir Mau. Good morning.
Hello po. Good morning po.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Miss Corinne. Ano po?
Yes, Sir Mau. I shared that one. Tama ka naman. That's every child is special yung English title niya. Siguro I just love that movie. kasi nagtuturo ako ng SPED. Aside doon, hindi lang naman about special kids yung dinidiscuss about doon. It's about the acceptance of the family, yung pag drift away nung bata from the school world or in reality itself kasi nga he feels na he is not good enough and different talaga siya. Plus yung pagiging supportive ng school system to that one teacher na nag-reach out para tulungan yung bata na in the end kaya din pala niya with proper guidance and help from all of the community. Parang he can achieve more than the things na hindi niya kaya at first. Ayun lang, sir. Pag medyo malabo ang direction ko, nanonood ako niyan kasi para at least I will be guided kung ano ba yung talaga yung dapat kong gawin. Ayun. Yan lang po. Thank you po.
Isang balde ata naiyak ko dito sa Every Child is Special. Grabe, ang ganda-ganda niyan, ma'am. O kung hindi nyo pa napanood, panoorin niyo yan. Bollywood movie siya, di ba po, ma'am? Si Amir Khan. Yan. Ato, last two. Curious ako dito sa mga pelikula. Life of Pi. Sino po ang nag-share po nito? Life of Pi.
Hello, Sir Ma'am. Good morning po.
Good morning po. Hi, Sir Johnson. Honson po ba? Johnson, sir.
Honson po. Honson.
Honson. Hello,
Opo.
sir. Bakit po Life of Pi?
Actually po, sir, tinitingnan ko din po dito sa mga nag-post po. Dalawa po kami eh. May isa pa po. Po.
Okay.
Actually po, sir, parang matagal ko na rin po siyang hindi napanood or last time po na napanood. So parang in a way po, medyo may nakalimutan po akong mga part po sa story po. Pero totally po, sir, is about po siya, it's a Hollywood film po. Hollywood movie po na ang bida po ay Indian. Directed by Ang Lee po. Yan. And then, yun na lang po sigurong moral lesson po na ako mo. Kayo na lang po bahalang tumingin na lang po sa internet po ng story po niya. It's about about the meaning of life po. No? Yung kahulugan po ng buhay na there are a lot of curiosities. Sa buhay po natin, may mga ups and downs. Pero at the end po, tayo po din po ang pinaka-master of our own life.
Wow, ang ganda. Ang isa sa mga favorite part ko ng Life of Pi, yung parang may mga nagkainan portion dyan, di ba? Yung mga hayop kasi, yung mga animal kasi
na-stuck po siya sa po. Opo, na-stuck po siya sa
Yun ang medyo mabigat na part ng movie niya. Hi, anyways, eto po, may nag-share po ng Dead Poets Society. Sino po ang nag-share po nito?
Hi, Sir Mao. Good morning. I did po.
Ay, hello po, sir. Sir, bakit po Dead Poets Society?
Actually, sir, I'd like to make the recommendation for teachers to watch this one too. Kasi tungkol sa teacher din po siya, no? It's about an English teacher who wanted to create an impact to the lives of his students by teaching poetry. So, ang maganda po dun sa movie for me, very unorthodox yung teaching style niya. So it was very it challenged the norms of the time. So alam niyo naman, sir, kung ano mangyayari pag ganyan. Medyo predictable, di ba? Pero I won't spoil too much para for those who wants to watch it. Ma-enjoy nila po. Pero ang main I think the core of the story is anchored on the concept of making your life extraordinary. So yun, sir, I think that's what makes it very.
Wow, mayroon pong di ba? Mayroon po ditong phrase na nagamit na. No, iba ginagamit ito pero hindi alam na dito pala nanggaling sa movie na ito. Ano po yun, sir?
Sir, I'll type it doon sa chat box natin.
Sige, basahin niyo po yung ita-type po ni sir, no? Yun po yung sikat na phrase po na nauso po because of this movie po. So, di ba ang kaganda ng ang dami niyo pong na-share about inspiring movie and video. And then in connection to our topic, di ba? Di ba? So ganun po yung parang ganun po yung impact ng video po sa atin and movies, no? And then kung tayo po in-apply po natin in our lesson, di parang iba po yung impact po sa learners. So, if pagpapatuloy po natin yung discussion. So, the third reason why videos ay beneficial to the learners is videos are powerful support tool, no? So, pwede po natin siya magamit sa lesson because we can insert illustration, processes, images, di ba? Graphics, or simple animations. The fourth reason is videos are fun. So, hindi naman po natin kailangan maging seryoso all the time, no? So, we can put some light humor sa ating mga videos, no? Kasi napakaseryoso na po ng buhay, no? Pero hindi ko naman po sinasabi na wag seryosohin ng pag-aaral, pero somehow we can apply some joy and happiness sa ating videos, no? And lastly, videos don't have to be always serious. So ayan, nabanggit ko na nung nauna. No? The presenter can bring in variations of speech or add some light jokes, no? Or anecdote to help learners connect better with the topic. Now, we will continue about video-based learning. Pero sino po ba ang mga somehow naging proponent nito, no? So, based on David Kolb and Roger Fry, sila yung sila yung proponent ng organizational learning. Okay, so yan. So, the organizational learning or the experiential learning cycle. Ito yung concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. May yung second chart dito, ito yung in-depth experiential learning cycle. Na kung saan if we merge the concrete experience, which is something to do with doing or having an experience, and reflective observation, which is something to do with reviewing and reflecting on their experience, we can have an activity na ang tinatawag ay diverging, being imaginative, understanding people, recognizing problems, brainstorming, being open-minded. Yan. Kapag minerge naman natin reflective observation to the abstract conceptualization, which is something to do with concluding, learning from the experience, we can do things which is anchored sa assimilating, planning, creating models, defining problems, developing theories, being patient. Diba? If we merge the abstract conceptualization to the active experimentation, no, which is something to do with planning, trying out what you have learned. So, ang mga activities na pwede natin magawa is converging, solving problems, making decision, reasoning, defining problems, being logical. And for last one, if we merge the concrete experience to the active experimentation, we can set some activities which is accommodating, getting things done, leading, taking risk, initiating, being adaptable, and being practical. So in connection to video making or video-based learning, paano naging concrete experience ang video-based learning? So through visual representation, videos can provide an experience that the learner is able to relate to very well. So since videos can invoke true feeling in the minds of the learners, they align to the needs of the learners who prefer concrete experience. So, ma-experience natin in watching videos. Do videos provide reflective observation? Yes, this is where videos are the most effective. By observing what is being shown, learners assimilates the work of knowledge and imbibes skills easily. So, di ba? Kaya nga tayo, kunwari, di natin alam gumawa ng ice cream. Homemade ice cream. Saan tayo pupunta? Sa YouTube. So, punta tayo sa YouTube. Type natin, how to make an ice cream. Strawberry flavor. Diba? So, yan. abstract conceptualization. So according to in this one, so we can use real life examples and scenarios, no? So pwede tayo gumawa ng videos for a type of activity na open-ended yung sagot, no? So you can use some videos na insert sa video ninyo para maging customized, and then include the question na gusto nyong ipasagot sa mga bata using your video, no? Practical knowledge is thus extracted out of videos. And lastly is active experimentation, especially sa science, no? Sa math, sa skill-based subjects, at sa lahat naman halos na subject, no? Through videos, do not provide a platform for active experimentation, they support it by enabling the learner to do so by watching step-by-step demonstration by an expert. So since we are deprived of having a face-to-face interaction to the students at hindi natin mapakita yung mismong procedure sa experimentation, we can do videos doing an experiment and then mapakita yung step by step. Diba? So, that's how video-based learning works sa students. No? So, punta tayo sa another checkpoint. So, for this question, I want you to post your unforgettable movie or video. When you say unforgettable, yung parang never nyo makakalimutan or pwedeng ma-play ito habang buhay. Kunwari, kung kayo ay pipili ng isang movie or video na pwedeng yun na lang yung available na video sa buong mundo. Ano yun? Sige. Punta tayo dito. Ayan, pinost ni Sir Samonte yung Carpe Diem. Ayan, so balik tayo sa Padlet po. Unforgettable movie video. So wala pa siyang laman. So kayo po ang maglalaman yan. Don't forget to type your name, no, para matawag ko kayo. Again, what is your most unforgettable movie or video? Ayan, may nagsagot ng The Passion of the Christ. Ay, gusto ko po itong ani. The sun comes out tomorrow. At your bottom dollar and the sorrow. Yun ba yun yung ani? Musical yun, di ba? I-type niyo yung name niyo para makita ko kung sino yung nag-share. Ay, may nag-share ng Titanic. Sige, unahin ko si The Passion of the Christ. Sino po ang nag-share ng The Passion of the Christ? Grabe, ito, ang The Passion of the Christ for me, isa po itong traumatic movie for me kasi parang tindi pala talaga. Parang nakita mo in real setting, no? Yung paghihirap ni Jesus nung bata ako medyo.
Sir, ako po. Sir Mau. Sorry po.
Yes. Yes, yes, Mr. Honson. Bakit po The Passion of the Christ?
Bakit nga ba? Magmula po since the very first moment po na napanood ko po siya, sir, until now po, it still exists in my mind po. Na talagang, lalo po kapag every Holy Week, yearly, na nagbibigay po talaga ng impact po sa akin yung film po na yan. Maganda po yung pagkakagawa, everything. And at the same time, it is more of a religious setting po. Ayan.
Ganda nga po, sir. Thank you po. Hey. Ayan po. Gusto kong may video ko napanood sa YouTube yung may scene po siya sa The Passion of the Christ, and then may ginamit pong song yung yung You Are the Reason. So parang ang tindi ng message lalo tuloy. Parang every time nang papanood ko yung video niya yun, naiiyak ako. Thank you, Sir Honson. Eto, Book of Eli. Sino po yung nag-share po ng The Book of Eli? Napakagandang movie siguro nito. Sino po kaya nag-share ng The Book of Eli? Sige, mamaya babalikan ko po. How about ito? Gusto ko yung sagot ni Mrs. Mergal. Miss Mergal, can you open your microphone? Gusto ko gusto ko marinig bakit ito yung napili mong video. Ito po yung video na napili niya. Videos ng mga anak ko nung bata pa sila. Uy, Diyos ko. It's so Bakit Miss Mergal?
Sir, kasi yun yung parang reason for you to wake up in the morning. Yung parang yung parang kahit na ang daming struggles, pagbalikan mo yun, parang, ang bilis pala parang lahat ng memories, sir, mag-aano siya sa utak mo, kahit isang picture, isang scene lang doon, tapos magugulat ka na lang, maiyak ka na, tatawa ka, all emotions.
Wow.
Para sa akin, it's a reason for you to wake up ulit. Parang yung parang, naalala ko yung commercial na, bakit gumigising sa umaga? Parang gano'n, yun na yung naiisip ko. Yun yung unang pumasok sa isip ko. So, walang movie akong naisip, walang kasi mas relate ka dun. Saka parang all of the people, parang pag sinabi kasing anak, yan yung strength, yan din yung weakness. Yan, sir.
Ang ganda, So that's parang importance ng video sa ating buhay, no? 'Di ba it makes us reminisce or being parang nostalgic moment yung makita mo yung mga experiences ng mga kapamilya mo, no? Lalo na kapag medyo matanda na tayo ganyan, and then mapanood natin ulit, para somehow that's yung impact ng video sa ating sa ating buhay, no? Yung importance nun. So ayan, medyo ko doon, medyo na iba yung impact ng Thank you Miss Annabeth. Thank you for your sharing. How about Titanic? Yan, Titanic. Sino po yung nag-share nito? Yung sino po si AMCD?
Hi, sir. AMCD, Ana
Hello.
Mirella CD Maano.
Ay, hello, ma'am.
Hello po.
O bakit Titanic, ma'am? Gusto ko to, ha?
Kasi unforgettable siya kasi syempre lumabas siya 1997. I was 5 years old. So, first
Medyo
movie ko
nahiya
siya.
ako.
Sorry.
May buwang na ako noon.
Sorry na po. Sorry po.
Okay lang.
Tawag dito. Siya po yung unang movie na iniyakan ko sa theater kasi gusto ko nang umuwi nung nagkakaroon ng sa sa ice, sa tawag ito? Yung pagbangga niya sa sa iceberg. Tapos yung forward na po nun, yung nagkakaroon na ng mga tragedies around them, dun. Yun yung una kong movie na iniyakan talaga. Gusto ko umuwi. Tapos, unforgettable also kasi up until now, kinukwento pa rin ng parents ko sa kahit sino man nilang nakakausap yung experience ko na yun just because of that. Also, in terms of history din kasi kaya siya unforgettable. Kapag pinapaulit-ulit mo siyang panoorin, ang dami mo pong nakukuhang information about sa kung sino yung mga passengers, kung ano yung trato sa each of them from first class, second class, third class. Ayan po na ang dami pong tidbits whenever you watch it over and over po. Kaya ang sarap po laging balikan po. And yan. Yan po.
Thank you.
Unforgettable.
Yan, isa rin yan sa mga favorite kong movie. Talagang nung bata ako at napanood ko yung Titanic, puro laman ng notebook siguro, drawing ng Titanic. Ayan, yung dinodrawing ko yung barko, yung kanya. So thank you Miss Di Maano. Napakagandang movie. O last sharing na lang tayo. Bakit The Godfather? Ang apelyido nito si Corleone. Sino po si JPS?
Sir, ako po ulit.
Ay, yes, Sir Samonte. Bakit po The Godfather?
Yes, sir. Ano
Ano
po,
po ito? 1, 2, or 3?
actually, sir, I prefer the second one, pero
The
the
second
first one, that's the one that won the Oscars. Eh. Ito kasing first, I like Marlon Brando here, kaya medyo mas, and ayun, sir, it's a very good movie about organized crime, and then I find this very conflicting kasi nung pinapanood ko siya, and that's one of the reasons why I love it. Siguro I'm weird that way na gusto ko yung, because ordinarily we tend to sympathize with good guys generally kasi ganun po tayo trinage tsaka pinalaki. Pero I was watching this movie and there were instances when I knew for a fact that I was sympathizing with bad guys. So, yun po yung isang bagay that is unique about it. At the heart of the movie is also the issue of family. So, because we're Filipinos, we understand siguro sa kultura din po nila ng mga Italian Americans, ganun din yung pagpapahalaga nila sa pamilya. So, I also recommend this, sir, as a good watch.
Ganda nga ng movie na yan, sir. Palakpakan po natin yung mga nag-share. Sobrang ang gaganda po ng mga movie. Naku, ang dami ko pong panonoorin. No, yung lahat ng mga shinare nyo po na hindi ko po napanood. Ayan, papanoorin ko po yan pag ako'y may time. So, ayan, mamaya po ulit yung sharing. So, pagpapatuloy natin ito. Thank you po sa mga nag-share. Nakakatuwa po kayo. Ano po? So, gusto ko lang po i-open yung the future of learning. So meron na tayong tinatawag na Massive Open Online Courses or MOOCs. Alam niyo po ba 'yon? So sino po yung aware sa TESDA online courses? Ayan. So may mga courseware na tayo na tinatawag. 'Di ba ngayon meron na po tayong mga ganun na ayan, may mga nakikita ako nagtataas na ng kamay. Ayan sila Miss Jess, ayan, yung mga madalas TESDA online class, no? Sige nga po, mag-share po kayo ng ano po ba 'yon tungkol po doon. Ayan, yes Sir Andre.
Po. Hello po. Am I audible, Sir Mau?
Yes po.
Actually, I experienced the MOOC last school year. Nung lost tayo about the distance learning. So I just came across the UP Open University. Yeah, so they offered parang short courses, parang 3-module courses about distance learning. So yeah, I tried grabbing the opportunity. It's really parang you get to experience how distance learning works. Kasi di ba yung Open University, na nila yun, that's their lineage na nila yun eh. So yeah, it's good to experience such opportunity. Ayun po, thank you.
Thank you, Sir Andre, di ba? Parang ito na yung nauuso ngayon in terms of education, no? Tignan niyo na yung yung UP Open University. Talagang parang na rin siya, parang na siyang established na branch ng UP na and then makaka-graduate ka ng UP, no? We're using that kind of approach. So parang kakaiba, no? And then the online courses, no? Na makakakuha ka na ng NC2 certificates o mga NC1 certificates. And then kapag natapos mo yung theories, no, and then the concepts using their TESDA online courses, pwede ka na lang pumunta sa pinakamalapit na TESDA and then ask for schedule para sa laboratory. So madali na lang, no, sa atin. And another approach is the flipped classroom. When you say flipped classroom, the lectures are in video lectures na. So ito po talaga ay approach na ang mga teachers po ay hindi nagtuturo live, hindi nagtuturo face to face, pero they provide video lectures. Ang tawag ay flipped classroom kasi parang tingnan niyo yung picture, binaliktad yung binaliktad yung teacher's table. So sa bahay, pinapanood, may mga assignments si teacher, papanood yung ganitong video, and then sa school, sa classroom, pag-uusapan nila yung lesson in depth. No? So, yung ano, yung time na iaalat dapat natin sa lecture, ayan, concept number 1, ganyan. Concept number 2, ganyan. Pero kung binigay na natin sa students beforehand, and then equip na yung mga students sa classroom, pagpapasok na sila, edi ibang dimensions na ang pwede mong i-tackle on that lesson, no? So, now, one of the why video based learning, so isa sa mga nabanggit ko na ginagamit na ang mga videos in cooking, no? Ayan, isa yan sa mga ginagamit ng mga nanay, no? Kung may gusto silang matutunang luto, punta lang sila sa YouTube, punta sila sa TikTok. So video based learning is that it helps learners boost their retention ability. Now, e-learning videos are highly engaging and you can utilize them to demonstrate procedures for mastery learning. So example, yung nabanggit ko kanina ay yung free TESDA online, no? Na kung saan videos help to deliver concept faster and provide useful visualization for complex tasks. So papanoorin ng learner yung video and then sa dulo ng video may mga questions na sasagutin. So remember, avoid some common errors and follow the best practices. And then you are sure to achieve the best result in making your video, no? Yan. So first, ensure you diversify your platforms. So kung gagawa ka ng video lesson, students can download it offline, no? Na kung saan pwede nilang i-save sa kanilang mga cellphone, sa kanilang mga laptop, sa kanilang mga tablet. At hindi kayo nakailangan ng internet to access this. Kasi na-download na nila sa files nila. So, accessibility para sa mga walang internet. Second, kung maganda-ganda naman ang internet ng inyong mga students, alam niyo naman ang mga millennials sa Generation Z and Generation Alpha, they tend to stream videos online through YouTube and TikTok. No? So, anytime, kahit saan sila pumunta, sa probinsya, sa hospital, sa kantin, sa bahay ng lola nila, they can access your video through YouTube. Diba? Parang you diversify the accessibility of your video in any forms, in any social media forms. Diba? Yun nga, may webtube tayo, no? Or if the teacher posts that video sa Facebook, and then part yung student, pwede niya rin ma-access. Pwede rin sa mga LMS, sa Edmodo din, sa Schoology. Now, another don'ts naman to. Disregard the load time. So, in making our e-learning video, dapat hindi siya matagal. Hindi siya 10 minutes, hindi siya 15 minutes kasi ang paglo-load nun kapag sa streaming at sa pagda-download nun ay it takes time, patagal. It takes a lot of data, it takes a lot of time para ma-download ito. In streaming naman, pag mahina yung internet, may kita natin yung kinaiinisan nating GIF. Ayan, yung ganyan. Yung naglo-load, di ba? Na medyo nakaka-bad trip yun kapag ganyan yung yung nakikita natin. So, better way of avoiding the low completion rate is by keeping your videos short and focus on a specific learning objective. Hindi bulky, kundi short lamang. Kung ano lang yung target mo, doon lang tayo magpo-focus. Okay? So, yan. Do invite feedback. So, before we post that video, syempre, meron naman tayong mga colleagues, may mga teachers tayo, no? Or may mga coordinators tayo. So, we can consult to them yung mga videos na pwede natin panood sa mga bata. So, eto, may mga questions tayo na pwedeng gamitin. Was the video easy to access? Kung ang sagot mo dito, yes, perfect ka. Perfect ang video mo. Did the video load quickly? Sir, na-download mo ba agad yung video na ginawa ko? Diba? What was the most memorable part of that video? Siyempre, dapat may sagot dyan, no? Dapat may highlight. And what made it memorable for you? So somehow we evaluate our work, no, by means of some of our colleagues, experts. No? Yan, don't leave your video content stagnant. Hindi yung ginawa mo ng 2017. Yun ba ipapalabas mo ngayon 2021? So, di ba sinabi ko nung una pa lang, no? Dynamic yung ating knowledge, yung ating learning, no? Ngayon, during this ngayong taon, it can be may marami ng bagong discovery, ang dami ng concepts na nadagdagan, no? Maaari ang nagawa nating mga resource dati ay medyo kailangan na ng update. So ina-update natin yung mga videos or mga instructional tools na nagawa natin dati. Hindi yung lagi tayong recycle ng recycle. So we need to be relevant, no? By doing this, you can add some engaging content for learners or who are either rewatching or watching them for the first time. Ayan. So ito yung sinabi ko kanina. So create a good storyboard. Nako, nakita ko yung yung comment ni Miss Myra, no? We need to set a specific time in doing this kasi ang tinding pagpaplano nito. Hindi to basta-basta naharap lang tayo sa camera at magsasalita tayo. Hindi. May storyboard tayong dapat gawin. May kwento. May script, may planning. After the shooting, may editing. Ang galing ng mga And then, pag-embed ng mga pag-overlay ng mga pictures, videos, important concepts, no? So, before tayo makapag-create ng educational video, dadaan mo na ito sa script. Yan. So, yan. Ito, example. Ito yung mga hindi ko pa nagagawang mga TikTok videos. Medyo ito po yung mga script ko. Yan. So, pinaghahandaan po yun. Hindi yun pa basta-basta on the spot. Ganyan. So, it takes time talaga. Yan. Ito, another tip in making our education videos. Sorry, sa mga videos ko, gumagamit ako ng headset kasi ito na yung parang simula pa lang. May headset na ako. Pero kung pwede, tanggalin natin yung headset na natin kasi pero okay na naman ito kasi we want to monitor our voice. Kung gumagana ba yung microphone. Siguro okay naman na ito. Now, position of the camera above your eyes so you look slightly up at it. So, kita nyo yung mga examples. Hindi yung, kunwari, ito rin to sa online class natin. Hindi yung webcam natin ay nasa gilid. No? Nasa gilid or nasa sobrang harap. Yung yung medyo angat ng konti. Yan, angat lang ng konti. Tama ba yung position ng camera ko? Yan, yung mga ganyan lang dapat. Meron tayo, ayan. So, kung ang webcam ninyo ay nakalagay sa ibabaw ng PC ninyo, medyo hindi maganda yung pwesto nun kasi maganda yung reception ng inyong ng inyong itsura sa sa camera o sa MS Teams ng classmate ng mga students ninyo. So mas magandang i-elevate ng konti yung camera para medyo above the eyes. Ayan. And then syempre wag natin kalimutan yung lighting. Ayan. Kung gumagamit naman tayo ng laptop, no? So we are using the camera of the laptop. Hindi maganda na magre-rely lang tayo sa mismong laptop lang, no? Kasi pangit tingnan niyo yung first picture, tingnan niyo yung itsura ni Sir sa kapag ganyan ang itsura ng laptop. So, we tend to put some books sa sa ilalim ng laptop para medyo maging eye level, no? Kasi tingnan niyo, no? Pag walang books, walang mga nakalagay sa ilalim ng laptop, nakikita niyo yung lighting, nakikita yung yung lighting. Eto, lang to, accent lang to sa likod ko. Kaya hindi naman yun yung nasa kisame, so hindi niyo naman nakikita. So mas maganda na we use some books para ma-elevate yung laptop natin if we are using the camera ng ating laptop. Now, in making our video-based learning video-based or video o education video, importante ang location. Ito, inulit ng 3 beses. Location. Okay, so your work or home office are usually safe choices as background for the recording. So, pwedeng outdoors, pwedeng office ninyo, pwedeng ano sa laboratory, pero avoid sitting in front of a window. Yan, kasi masyadong maliwanag para na tayong kukunin ng langit yan, no? So, or kapag ang lighting ay nasa nandito, yung parang nasa tayo, parang ini-interrogate tayo ng detective, alam mo yun, ganun tao. Or kung nandito naman yung ilaw, parang iba, di ba sa movie, kapag ganun yung lighting, parang nagsisinungaling or parang ganyan. So, dapat, na nakikita rin natin yung itsura natin sa camera. So, to check na maayos ba yung itsura natin, something like that. Di ba? Ang daming natin kailangan i-consider. Okay, so, and then sana naman kapag kunwari nag-online class tayo and then we choose to open our camera or webcams. Wag naman yung background natin ay kama natin tas ang gulo-gulo, di ba? Or wag naman yung kama. Or kita yung mga labahan, mga nakasampay or bukas yung banyo. Di ba? So, yan, isa din yan sa mga binibigyan natin importansya in making our education videos. At hindi lang to education videos, during our online instructions. Syempre, sometimes kailangan natin mag-camera, mag-camera, no? Move it out. So, wag tayo mag-rely sa isang uri lamang ng settings. So, we can use other location. So, kung i-allow tayo ng school to use the school premises para mag-shoot tayo ng education videos, pwede gawin na lang natin, no? Para naman magkaroon ng variation yung location natin. Now, eto, green screen. Sino ang may green screen sa inyo? Kung kayo ay may access sa Lazada at sa Shopee, hanapin niyo yung green screen, 350 lang. So 350 lang. So ito nabili ko sa Lazada green screen para every time na may kunwari may online class, pwedeng gamitin ito green screen. Hindi ko na lang bubuksan kasi sobrang laki. Tapos ilalagay na lang sa likod ng 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 upuan. So we can use some background na na pwede nating i-search. So kung ang lesson mo is about math, syempre dapat related sa math yung background, landscapes, geography, 'di ba, and history. Okay, checkpoint tayo. Now, at this point, using the Padlet, ayan, i-copy ko ulit ito. I want you to to paste or to share your the most inspiring individual. Ay gusto ko yung pinost ni Miss Parpan sa chat box. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Ay, good father. Yung pala yun. Ayan. So, sino yung most inspiring individual? Sige, dadalawin natin si Padlet. Hello, Padlet. Ayan. Yeah. O, di ba ang ganda? Meron tayong most inspiring individual. Wala pa nagpo-post. So, again, pwede kayo mag-download ng picture ng inyong inspiring individual. Parang super idol ninyo because of his or her ideas or yung kanyang way of life. Yung parang pili lang po Miss ng isa. It can be a saint, it can be an influential personality, it can be hero or kahit sino. And then tatawagin ko po kayo para somehow share your thoughts. Again, you can access the Padlet for you to post your most inspiring individual. Ayan, ayan. Si Alice po, Pinost niya po ay nanay ko, number 1. Yes, Miss Alice, bakit po si mother? Miss Alice?
Sorry po, Sir Mau.
Yes, yes po, Miss Alice. Bakit po si mother?
Marami po actually, pero siyempre number 1 si nanay. Kasi si nanay yung
Ay,
nag-give sa akin. Kasi pag yung aming mga pangarap, sa yung malakas ang loob, sa yung maraming alam mo na, golden days, at saka ano talaga, discipline na ngayon. Marami nag-share sa amin na talaga na we are benefiting from it. So, from among all those individuals, sumama yung number 1.
Siyempre si mama yun eh. Oo, yan, isa sa mga ating first teacher. Yan. Sino po ang magpo-post or mag-share? Thank you po, Miss Alice. Palakpakan po natin si Miss Alice. Okay, so thank you po sa mga nag-share. So, balik na po tayo dito. So, ayan, babalik tayo dito. No? So, in making our eduk video, it is important na we look right at the camera lens. No? So, minsan, kailangan malaking skill ito, no? To somehow mag-discarte tayo ng paano gagawin yung nakatingin tayo sa camera. Kasi, somehow kapag tayo nakatingin sa camera, parang kausap natin yung ating audience. So looking anywhere else looks weird. So your audience will think you have an avoidance problem. So kailangan nakatutok sa camera. Look at the camera. And say cheese. So ayan, gawin nating inspirasyon yung mga public school teachers na na part ng DepEd TV. No? Sila yung best example ng edu videos. So lahat halos ng lesson ay may video na sa DepEd TV, no? And then syempre, smiling, isa yan sa mga importante in making our videos. Smile, say cheese. Yan. Cover your screen, no? So in doing our video, syempre wag tayo masyadong conscious sa sarili natin, no? Kasi nadi-distract tayo. So it's better if we are focused on our script, we are focused on the video, and then syempre bago tayo maggumawa ng video is syempre dapat compose yung sarili natin. And syempre before we make our video, syempre dapat meron na tayo mga ready-made slides, no? So in this kind of videos, hindi naman kailangan na nakatutok sa atin yung video, pwedeng screencastify na thumbnail lang yung itsura yung video natin doon na nagsasalita, and then the rest is the slide, the PowerPoint slide or Prezi or kung ano man ang presentation application na ginagamit natin. No? Yan. So, recording devices, so we can use our laptop, our phone, our webcam, and our microphone. So, those are the important recording devices na pwede nating magamit. In terms of screen recorder apps, so you can use the Screencastify. So, it can be downloaded sa Google Chrome Store. And then parang nakalagay siya sa extended na part ng toolbox niyo or parang yung sa taas, yung parang sa gilid ng search bar. Ayan. So kung i-activate niyo yun, pwede kayo mamili na open yung webcam, and then yun, nandun na yung inyong video, and then yung ano ninyo, yung microphone nyo naka-open, and then yung ano nyo, as yung video. Ayan, ito yung example. Ayan. Pwede natin ipakita. Ito, pinapakita ko yung tamang sagot ng ano, ng exam. So, ano, ayan. Microphone, syempre, ano, isang taon na tayo nag-online class. So, syempre, dapat, ano, nag-i-invest tayo sa magandang microphone. Kasi medyo, ano, kapag hindi na masyadong maganda yung, syempre, online class, no? Hindi natin alam, pangit na pala yung boses natin sa microphone na ginagamit natin. So, it's better if we are checking yung ating, ano, yung quality ng microphone na ginagamit natin because it can affect the learning of the student kung during our online class or during your video making is pangit yung boses. So, isa yun sa mga, ano, isa yun sa mga key elements in making our videos. And then engagement. So, ayan, example itong ano, yung nagawa ko, no? So, hindi na ako naghanap ng ibang example, pero ito kasi may nagawa akong TikTok video about the differences between DNA and RNA. Sa dulo ng video, tinanong ko kung ano ang pinagkaiba ng DNA and RNA pagdating sa structure. So, that's 5-second yung waiting time para magsagot yung bata. And then, sasabihin ko yung sagot eventually. So, yan, pwede nilang i-type sa comment or kung nakinig talaga sila, ayan, masasagot na. So, may engagement din na or interaction na may na parang pwedeng sagutin yung bata. Magsasagot yung learner na specific question base sa video na napanood nila. Yan. So, avoid overdoing it. So, kung naglagay tayo ng masyadong malakas na music, mga fade, madaming animations, na-cover na yung essence ng videos natin. So, parang i-less lang natin yung mga ganon, yung music, yung background music, yung mga animations, and then focus on the content ng video na gagawin natin. And be yourself, no? So, sabi dito, most important element of a strong video is authenticity, no? So, it's a personal thing, no? So, pinapakita mo somehow your personality on that video. So, don't be afraid to make mistakes and make sure your authentic personality shines through. Yan. Now, syempre hindi na kaya ng workshop, no? So, kung gagawa tayo ng education video, mag-share ako ng some apps na pwede natin gamitin in making our education video. So, as you can see, we can use VidMate. Ito yung application sa smartphone, sa Android, specifically sa Android pwede to. Pero di ko po sure sa iOS kasi di naman po iOS cellphone ko, Android yung gamit ko. So, na-upload ko yung VidMate para makapag-download ng YouTube video. Hindi lang YouTube videos ang pwedeng i-download nito, kundi mga videos sa Facebook. So, pwede mong i-download to use that video or yung excerpt ng video na yon sa iyong video na gagawin. And then yung editing app na pwede natin gamitin sa cellphone natin or sa ating smartphones is the CapCut. So it's a free all-in-one video editing app that helps you to create incredible videos. So if I were you can download these two applications sa inyong smartphones, no? So ayan, meron tayong VidMate and meron tayong CapCut. Now, in using your CapCut, ito yung magiging itsura. So example, ayan. May mga videos na kasi akong available. So pili lang po tayo ng video na pwede nating i-edit, ilagay lang po sa new project. So kapag nakapili na po tayo ng video, ayan, so we can edit yung mismong video, i-cut, no? Kung edit po yung pinili natin, ayan po yung mga choices. Pwede nating i-cut, i-split, baguhin yung speed. So, napapabilis ba? Mabagal ba kayo magsalita? So, pwedeng pabilisin. Yung volume, ine-enhance yung volume para mas lalong maging malakas yung voice nyo, yung recording. animations, may mga choices na pwede natin gamitin sa mga overlay and then delete, no? Yung some parts kung in-split natin yung video itself. Pwede rin yung remove background. Kunwari may in-overlay kang video or picture, pwede natin i-remove yung background at titira na lang yung essential na figure. Example, yung background ng ng isang personality na tatanggalin natin, no? Ang patira na lang yung outline ng kanyang katawan. So pwede 'yon. Style naman ito yung mga 3D, no? So yung mga TikTok videos na parang picture lang siya pero gumagalaw siya, nagiging 3D. So we can explore the 3D style under yung sa style. Extract audio kung kayo ay may nakapag-save ng video sa phone niyo and then you can gusto niyo gamitin yung audio nun. So you can use the extract audio para kunin yung audio lang ng video na yun. Edit kung ito ay para i-crop yung mismong video, i-crop yung picture and then i-mirror effect, no? Filters, alam naman natin yung filters. Ayan, adjust, beauty, and so alam naman natin yan. Now, kung audio naman, pwede na tayo pumili sa sounds. So, may mga available na sounds na sa CapCut. Effects, mga sound effects, no? So, tulad niyan, may mga cheer, pwede tayong gumamit ng ganyan. Ayun, mga example, pwedeng gun, ayan, mga explosives. Alin dyan, ayan, example, mga ganyan. Kapag may question, pwede gamitin yung mga ganung effects, no? Mga extracted audio, galing sa mga video file na meron kayo, and voice recorder. So kung ayaw nyo magsalita sa video, pwedeng mag-shoot kayo ng video, kunwari traffic, yung traffic sa EDSA, ipunan ninyo yung traffic. Tapos, pwede nyo tanggalin yung audio nun, yung ingay ng traffic, palitan nyo ng voice over. Pwede nyo palitan ng voiceover. So, that's how it works, no? Yan. So, pindutin nyo lang yung hold to record. Yung text naman, ayan, nakakatuwa yung text kasi we can explore different font, style, effects, yung mga bubble, yung mga nasa loob ng parang comics, di ba? Yung mga statement na bubble and animatic, no? Yung mga mag-animate yung paano galaw yung mga words, no? Yung text template, ayan, pwede tayong gumamit ng mga available na templates na dito. And, stickers, mga icons, emojis. Ayan. So, if you have time, you can create videos via CapCut. Yan. So, now, before I end my talk, gusto kong ipanood sa inyo itong YouTube video. Ayan. So, sandali lang naman ito. So, ito yung video na yung G Diaries. Gusto ko lang ipanood sa inyo ito. Itong episode na yung part na Silid AralNet. So, thank you for Professor Sheila Cabidog for the opportunity to be part of this webtube.
Sa gitna ng pandemya, may mga umusbong na bagong idea at lumutang ang iba't ibang uri ng pagkakawang gawa. Narinig niyo na ba ang Community Knowledge Pantry? Ibang version naman ito. Ito ang contribution ng mga educators ng DLSAU Araneta University from Malabon. Noong April 2021, inilunsad din ng DLSAU ang Silid AralNeta. Ang Silid AralNeta ay live online classes na ipinalabas sa DLSAU WebTube Facebook page ng libre.
We wanted sana to reach the bigger audience outside who are not enrolled in our official classroom. So what we want is yung mga bata who would like to learn more about school and about other topics which we make available through the Silid Aral Neta. It is not just those who would like to learn, but also those who would want to relearn. The initiative is like a continuation or a reappropriation of the vision of St. John Baptist de La Salle to make education available beyond the formal schooling setup, just as he did during his time.
Kahit sino pwede, kids, adults, kahit nasa ang parte ka ng mundo, makaka-join ka sa class namin as long as you would click going or as long as you would like and follow the WebTube page.
We actually produce the shows without using any fund at all. So imagine the teacher broadcasters are volunteers. The student staff are also volunteers. Hence, Silid Aralneta is like a Lasallian community knowledge pantry where we give what we can without the thought of getting anything in return.
What makes Silid Aralneta unique is the fact that it is like sitting in a regular class at DLSAU or joining a workshop online class by legitimate Lasallian educators for free. Very interesting din ang lineup of topics nila dahil maliban sa mga regular textbook topics, nagtuturo din sila ng mga topics na hindi usually tinuturo sa silid aralan tulad ng love and acceptance, the use of ivermectin in veterinary medicine, Jose Rizal's courtship style.
Our long-term plan is to encourage and gather more staff who will take charge the technical aspect of the production. We'd also like to tap more subject matter experts to share their expertise to the public and produce more informative and relevant online classes. What people think of Lasallian education is most of the time exclusive siya or pangmayaman lang siya. Pedestal, no? Elitist. We want to correct that. Lasallian education is open for all.
Thank you very much to the administrators and volunteer educators who are teaching online in Silid Aralneta for free. Ipagpatuloy nyo ang inyong magandang gawain. Kayo ang napili naming G Diaries World Changers of the Day.
Yan. So, I want to to close my discussion, my presentation with this quotation from Brad Henry. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. So, through video-based learning, kaya natin ma-achieve yan. So, these are my references for this presentation. And thank you for listening. Thank you for your participation, and I'm so honored na magsalita po ulit sa harapan ninyo. Thank you sa inyong lahat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes! Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Maurice Gravides, for sharing relevant information. And thank you also for sharing various applications that we can use in creating video lesson for our students, especially during this distance learning. All right, so at this time, we can now entertain questions from our teachers. Reminder, you can still post questions here in our meeting chat. And you can also use the raise your hand button if you want to ask questions to our speaker for today. All right. So to facilitate the question and answer portion, may I call in Mr. John Niegas.
Magandang umaga. Salamat, Ma'am Jess, sa pagpapakilala.
Ayun po ay bukas na tayo ang ating chat box para sa inyong mga katanungan. Malaya po tayong tanong gamit ang ating meeting chat or kaya naman ay magtaas ng kamay kung mayroong mga katanungan.
Yes po, pwede po mag-share ha. Pwede po mag-share ng mga experiences nyo rin po.
Again, dear teachers, you may type your question in the meeting chat or you may use the raise your hand button. You may also share some comments regarding our lesson for our session for today. Thank you.
Sir Mau, unahan ko na po ang pagtatanong.
Yes po, sir.
Opo, sa CapCut po, base sa inyong experience, gaano kahaba ang pinaka-maximum video na pwedeng magawa sa CapCut?
Ako po nakakagawa ako ng video na hanggang 30 minutes. 30 minutes po. Pero yung paglo-load po nun, yung pag-upload po ng ganong kahabang video, napaka-tremendous po ng editing nun, no? So, kung 30 minutes po yung kasi wala naman po masyadong limit yung CapCut. Yun po, medyo matagal lang po talaga sa uploading. So, ayun, kapag mas mahaba po kasi yung nagawang video, mas matindi po yung yung editing na gagawin. Ayan.
Ayun. So 30 minutes mga kaguro.
Opo, pwede po yung 30 minutes or mga 25. Ayan. Siyempre, pag ginawa po ng 1 hour, baka po kasi mag-lag po yung cellphone natin, hindi kayayanin ng memory. So mas magandang medyo ikliin. Iklian lang po natin yung content ng eduk video na gagawin po natin. Yan. Nasagot ko ba yung tanong mo, Sir Jack?
Salamat po, Sir Mau. Patuloy tayong mag-subscribe sa Mau Adventures.
Thank you po, sir.
Mga katanungan pa po, maaari pong i-click ang raise hand button kung may mga katanungan. Habang tayo po ay naghihintay ng mga katanungan, nais ko pong basahin ang mga komento ng ating kapwa mga guro para kay Sir Mau. Galing kay Ma'am Alicia Pedracio. Maraming salamat, Sir Mau. Galing sa ating butihing Sir Rotter Galay. Thank you, Sir Mau.
Thank you din po.
Sir Mau, mauhusay, sabi ni Sir Christian de Leon.
Mahusay. Branding, no? Pwede po kayo mag-isip ng branding nyo po gamit ang pangalan nyo po. Kaya medyo customize.
Maubuhay, sabi naman ni Madam Christine Caperal.
Paggawa po ng eduk videos. Yes po.
Maugaling. Animaw, sabi naman ng ating butihing Marie Alison Parpan, ng ating Vice Chancellor for Academics and Research.
Gusto ko animaw. Animaw.
Oo.
Parang gusto ko po gamitin yung animaw.
Ayan, meron ng isa. May question po si Mr. John Paul Samonte. Babasahin ko po. I love listening to your presentations, sir. Congrats, I have a question. I'm sure extensive po yung exploration nyo ng mga applications and platforms. Majority of them po ba ay may existing mechanism to help the creator when it comes to copyright challenges? Thank you. From Sir John Paul Samonte. Sir Mau.
Ayun, napakagandang question po niyan, Sir John Paul. In terms po ng copyright, yung mga nakalagay po na na music po na naka-embed, kasi po kapag mag-upload po tayo ng eduk video sa YouTube or sa TikTok, and then gamit po natin yung, kunwari, may mga file po tayo, file po tayo sa music gallery po natin, yun yung gagamitin natin. Sometimes hindi tinatanggap ng YouTube yun because of the copyright issues or yun po. Yung mga nakalagay po sa CapCut po kasi wala namang problema sa copyright kasi parang open po lahat yun for the consumption ng nakararami. So kapag in-upload nyo sa YouTube and sa TikTok, wala po magiging copyright issues. Secondly, kung naman po, kung references naman po, ang pwede nating references po yung issue. So pwede natin mag-set po tayo ng isang part po ng video natin to present yung mga resources natin na ginamitan, no, na ginamit. Now, kasi once we upload our video sa YouTube and TikTok, magiging na po siya, publicly available na po siya for all. So, somehow, na po yun, ayan, parang free na po sa lahat. And then in terms po ng ng mga images na i-include natin sa videos, and don't forget to include some references, yung mga sources po ng mga ginamit po natin yung file sa dulo ng video natin or sa ilalim. So yan, pwede naman po bigyan ng diskarte yung ating mga references. Or ilagay po sa sa caption or ilagay po sa description kapag ito ay sa YouTube or sa sa TikTok. Ayun po, sir. Sir, nasagot ko ba
Salamat po. Salamat po, Sir Mau. Salamat din po sa tanong ni Sir John Paul Samonte. Meron pa pong isa, hindi naman po siya tanong, galing sa kay Sir Danilo Dugilio. Sabi niya, isang mausigabong palakpakan sa aking mausya.
Ano yung mausya?
Ma'am Rejoice Ferrer, meron pa po. Don't have any questions but just want to commend the speaker for giving us more techniques and knowledge using different media tools. Thank you so much. Yeah. And reply po ni Sir John Paul Samonte sa pagsagot po ng kanyang katanungan. Thanks, Sir Mau. Salute.
Salamat din po, Sir John Paul.
Ayan. So, kung wala na pong mga katanungan, I turn you over po to Ma'am Jess Gonzalez.
Thank you so much, Sir John Niegas, for facilitating our question and answer portion. Now I think we can move on to our workshop, Sir Gravides.
Okay, yes po. Ayan. So in terms of workshop po, ayan po, isa po sa sa task na pwede nating gawin is to download po kung kayo po ay wala pa pong CapCut. Okay, you can try to explore this sa inyong Google App Store or Google Play and App Store para mag-download nito and then explore your CapCut, no? So baka nga yung mga anak, kung tayo ay may mga anak, baka nga mas alam nila to, no? So explore natin and then we can make a simple video out of that, no? And then pwede natin magamit sa klase. So our target is somehow pwede pong may mga natitira pa naman pong oras. So yung yung remaining time po each cluster and unit po or strand mag-provide po ng isang CapCut video. Okay lang po ba 'yon? Na hindi po lalagpas ng 1 minute. So ayan. Okay lang po ba 'yan? Sana try lang natin. I-try lang po natin ito. So later siguro bigyan ko okay lang ba yung 30 minutes pa yan? 30 minutes? Pwede po ba yung 30 minutes? Para para yun po yung ating working time natin, no? Or yan, para makagawa ng simpleng CapCut kung okay lang man po. And then after 30 minutes we can present those videos po sa plenary. Okay po ba yun, teachers? Yan po. Siguro po i-divide na lang po natin yung mga cluster. So siguro po isang video po for yung medyo malalaking cluster, example po CL and social studies. So isang video lang po 'yon. Skill based, isang video lang po. And then, may nakalimutan pa po. Science and math. Yan. Pwedeng isa. And then, may nakalimutan pa po ba ako sa mga cluster? Languages. Isang video lang. And then, lahat na po ng strand, magsama-sama lang po. And then, kahit mag-provide, gumawa lang po ng isang video. So, okay lang po ba yon mga teachers? I-explore lang po natin yung CapCut po para po practice lang. And then after 30 minutes is yun. Pakita natin sa plenary. So yun lang po Miss Jess.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Mal. So our task for this morning, for our workshop, is to provide video presentation using the application being shared to us by Mr. Maurice Gravides. We were given 30 minutes to do the task. So after that time, we can proceed sharing the video you created within your cluster. All right, so let's see what each cluster can show to us later. Thank you so much.
Yan po. So, ayan. Good luck po sa paggawa po ng video. And then, after 30 minutes po, papanoorin po natin sabay-sabay.
Hello po, Sir Mau. Would that be okay if I share a video, a tutorial from YouTube in our presentation today, so that while waiting for them, we can present some tutorial for the reference po?
Yes po, ma'am. Thank you po. Thank you po, Miss Jess.
All right, thank you, Sir Mau.
Now, I'll be doing this tutorial from my iPad, but don't worry if you're doing this on your phone. It's going to be exact same setup, just a little bit wider. And plus, then I can also have a mouse on the screen, so that way you guys can see where I'm clicking to make it a lot easier for you. So to start, what we're going to do is click on New Project, and then we are going to select our videos, which I actually have a album made of all the videos I want to add. Here we are. And all I'm going to do is select them each. And then what I'll do is click add, and then I'll add these videos to my timeline, as you can see here. And you can actually scroll through with your finger and take a look at your videos in the timeline. Now, if for some reason these clips are not in the order I want them, what I can do is hold down on the clip, move it to the position that I want it, which will put it in the middle, let go, and there it is. Now it is in the middle instead of in the beginning. If you need to add more videos to your timeline, you can just go over here to this plus button, click that, and now you can add more videos or photos to your timeline. But for now, this should be good for me, so I'm just going to click X. If you want to trim a clip, all you have to do is click on the video, and then all you have to do is grab either side of the clip, and you can just drag with your finger to trim it to whatever length you need it. Another way you can trim your clip is using the split button. So if we scroll to the middle here and click split, it'll actually cut the video in half. So there's one clip here and one clip here. And if I want to delete the middle, all I have to do is do another split. So now I have 1, 2, 3 clips, and I can just delete that middle clip. And there, now I'm left with just those 2. If for some reason you do make a mistake in the middle, there is a back button over here, and this will actually reverse any actions you did. So if you've accidentally deleted a clip or made a mistake, you can just click the back button, and it'll reverse all those actions. And now we have no clip split. If you want to crop in on your video, all you have to do is click on that video. We're going to click Edit, and then what we can do is click Crop, and you could choose some of these presets here. 16 by 9, 1 by 1, 4 by 3. Otherwise, if you just want to use your fingers, you can just zoom in with your fingers right on where you want it to be, like that. And then we can just click the check mark. Now, if you're looking to turn your video into portrait mode, like the way for making a TikTok or an Instagram video or something like that, you can actually go over here and click on Format, and you can then change the aspect ratio to 9:16, which will then be in phone aspect. So if we did 9:16 there, we could also go over to our video and click the edit. We can crop it and switch it also over to 9:16. It'll be zoomed in a bit because this was filmed the other way, but I can go ahead and click the check mark. And it's actually still a little zoomed out there, so I'm just going to zoom in with my fingers, make it take up the whole screen. There we go. And now that video is cropped for a like TikTok video or anything else that I'd want to do it for. If you want to add transitions in between your videos, what you can do is just click on this line in between both clips, and I'll actually pull up the transitions. So there's a few different ones here. There's this blink. There's this mix, so you can have it basically fade in. You can also choose a duration of this effect. So we could make it 3 seconds if we want, and it'll slowly fade into the next clip. So you can go through these transitions and be able to add them to your timeline. There's also the apply to all. So if you want transitions in between all your videos and photos, you could click apply to all, and the transitions will be placed in between every single video and photo. If you want to add text to your videos, all you need to do is click on the text button down here, click add text, and then you can enter your text into the keyboard. Once your text is added, you have options to change your font if you want. You can change what's behind it, the colors, stroke, background, shadow, spacing. You have a lot of customization. You can also grab this and move it anywhere you want on the screen, which I think probably just down here is going to be a good spot for me. You can also choose your effects. Like here are some fun effects for the text. There's also animation. So if you want to do a cool, let's say a grow in here, the letters will pop up like that, or you could do a dissolve. There's a lot of cool things you can do in here, so be sure to experiment and find what you want when you're adding your text. And when you're done, you can just click the check mark, And then you can also extend the text just by grabbing either sides of that text clip there. So I can make it longer if I want or shorter. I can also grab hold of it and move it anywhere in the timeline that I want. If you want to add stickers to your video, there is a stickers button you can click on and be able to add different emojis and stuff like that. So I could click on this laughing face. And I could resize it and have that in my video if I want, etc. So you do have options to add stickers to your timeline, but maybe you want to add photos or maybe even videos over the top of your other videos. Like maybe you're playing a game or you're trying to do a reaction video to another video, or maybe you just want to show different slides on the side. All you have to do is click on the overlay button, add overlay, and then you can actually go through all your photos and videos and be able to add whether that's videos or photos to your timeline. So I'm just going to click on a random video here. I'm going to click select and click add to timeline. Now you'll see the video is actually over my other video. So I can resize it. I can move it over here. And now if I click play, there's two videos playing at the same time. And if I want, I can also do the same. I can add a photo to the timeline and have a photo over the top of my video and put that anywhere I want. And you'll also notice on the bottom, there's a lot of options here that you can do, whether you want to crop that in, whether that's a green screen effect, you could use the chroma key. There's a lot of different features down here that I'd have to explain in an advanced editing tips video. So stay tuned for that. There will be an advanced editing tips video for this app. If it's out already, it's going to be linked down below, but I'm going to go through a lot of these advanced stuff later in a different video. But for now, this is pretty basic. You could explore around with these, but that's how you add a video over a video or a photo over a video. If you want to add music to your timeline, all you got to do is click the audio button, and they have some sounds, some effects. If you have the music downloaded, you could click extracted. And you could actually click on a video that you may have previously recorded and take the audio from that and use it as music. You have a lot of different options, even a voiceover option where you can do voiceovers for your videos. So if you need music, you can click on it and find it all here. If you want to apply filters to your video, you can simply just click on whichever video. You can click filters, and then you have a bunch of filters you can choose from that you can apply to your video. You can also choose the intensity just by grabbing this knob here and moving it. You can choose how intense that effect is. And then you also have the adjust button here. If we click on this, you can choose your brightness, your contrast, your saturation, color temperature, all the different effects that you want. So you can customize it and make your video look perfect. And then when you're done finally with your project, just click the top right corner here to export it. You can choose your resolution and then click export to your camera roll, and then you can upload it to TikTok or YouTube or wherever you need to post it. And like I said, I'll be doing an advanced editing tips for this app, so be sure to subscribe. Otherwise, if the video is already out, it's going to be linked right here. So I'll see you guys over there, and thanks for watching this video. Bigyan ng photos. You can have a photo go from off the screen, slide on screen, and then slide back off using keyframes. You can apply keyframes to text. So there's a lot of cool things you can do using keyframes. This is just a really simple example. It's not very realistic example, but that is how you use the keyframe option. Editing tip number 3, we're going to talk about green screens, also talking about adding that subscribe button onto your videos. So if you actually go onto YouTube, there's a whole bunch of green screen effects that you could use within your videos. So what I actually did, I actually recorded a screen video with my iPad. I used the built-in screen recorder, just recorded the YouTube video. As you can see, I stopped the screen recording there. And so what I'm going to do is import this screen recording into my timeline. And like I said, you could probably do this for a lot of other green screen effects that are available on YouTube. Just record your screen. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to edit this. I'm going to zoom out a little bit with my fingers. And I don't want to show all my settings here, so I'm going to trim the video up until right there. And I can actually grab this, and I'm going to move it over here. There we go. And I'm also going to trim the end because I don't want to see my settings at the end. So we'll trim to about right there. What I'm also going to do is go over to the crop area. So I'm going to click Edit. Sure, there is nothing but green screen on the screens. There we go. The black bars are gone. So now it's just the green screen there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the chroma key, click on that. Now it says color picker, so I'm going to grab this wheel and we are going to move it over to right where the green screen is. Let go. And we are going to click intensity, increase the intensity, and that is going to remove the green screen to a degree. So we want to remove it all the way. So we're going to do 100%. There we go. Click the check mark. And now we've got that subscribe button. So what I'm going to do is reposition it here real quick, shrink it down a bit, put it down below right there. So let's click play and see the subscribe button come onto the screen here. There we go. We got the click and it goes off. Awesome. And that's exactly what we wanted to do with the green screen effect. Now for the next editing tip, let's talk about how to add your social media logo or your social media handle onto your screen using this editor. So what I like to do is I go over to Chrome and whatever social media handle I'm trying to show, I'll look up the PNG file for it. So for this example, I just went to Google search, type in Instagram PNG, and then it's going to pull up these photos. Now, you'll notice some of these have those white and gray squares as the background. So if I click photo, which means it's a transparent background. Now, you do have to be careful because some of the images out there on the internet are actually JPEGs with the white and gray squares. You need to make sure it's a PNG file. So sometimes you may just have to download a few different photos to find a real PNG photo. You also want to make sure you're on Chrome, the web browser. What I've found is Chrome actually saves it as a PNG and not as a JPEG. So what I'm just going to do is hold down my finger. I'm going to click Save Image. And then we're going to head over to the video editor here real quick. And then what we're going to do is add an overlay. I'm going to go to Photos. Click on Instagram. Yep. There we go. It's a decent size. Put it in the corner here for now. And then what we're going to do is we are going to add text. So I'm going to click Add Text. There we go. I'm going to type in my text for my Instagram handle. All right, there we go. I have my text added. And then what I'm going to do is scroll down and put it right next to my Instagram handle. style, and I'm going to change the font here and make it look a little bit better. Now I like this font called Anton, and I'm also going to do is space it out a little. There we go. I like that. Check. Put it right there. And there we go. Now we have my Instagram on here. Now you could also take this a step further and add transitions to both of them. So instead of it just appearing, what you can actually do then is when it slides on, they both slide up at the same time and onto screen. You could actually go in and in both of those add transitions, and that'll add a more professional look. Tip number 5, let's talk about color grading a bit. So you can actually color grade within this app. All you have to do is click on the video. And the first part we can go to is filters. So there's a lot of built-in filters within the CapCut app. So we can click on a few of these, just see what looks nice. I'm actually kind of digging this nature one, and I'm actually not going to do full blast. Well, maybe I will. I kind of like all those dandelions lighting up in the background. So we'll do full blast on this filter of nature. And we're just going to click the check mark. And then what I'm also going to go do is click on adjust, which will also bring up all these other settings that we can tweak to get a very nice look. So there's no particular like rules per se when it comes to color grading, because it's all style. It's all about what you like. For me, I like things with a little bit less contrast. That's just how I feel. Sometimes I like to add saturation, especially when it's like flowers and stuff. So we'll add a little more saturation. You can also adjust the highlights and the shadows. We won't mess with that one. Don't need that one. The color temperature, you can make it warmer, or you could give it a colder look. For this, we're going to do a bit of a warmer look because it's kind of like a summer day. Maybe we'll add some fade there like that, which just is kind of like that fadey stuff. So we're going to add a little bit of fade. Click check. And there we go. Now we have a really nice looking video using that filter and adjustment presets. Now the next tip, which also adds to this, is getting those cinematic black bars on your video. Just adding black bars anywhere makes anything look cinematic. So what we can actually do to achieve that, let's click back. What we can actually do is click on this video. We can go to edit. We can go to crop. And we can actually choose some of these presets here. So for example, this 2 by 35 by 1. You notice how it kind of cropped in there. We can then adjust it. It's black bars on there. And it's actually applied only to this video.
O siguro pa mga 11:20. Start na po tayo mag-showcase ng mga sample videos po na nagawa po. So far po nakapagpasa po ang skill-based, ang grow cluster at ayan, may sample video po ako na yung favorite TikTok video po. Panood ko po. Kung may mga videos pa po kayo, send nyo po sa akin, and then let's i-play po natin dito para mapanood po ng iba. Thank you po.
Hello, Sir Mao. We have a question here from Miss Alice Pedrasio. I think it's not a question from Alice Pedrasio. Meron po ABM Strand, Sir Mao. Upload ko lang sa YouTube. Thank you so much, Miss Alice.
po, Miss Alice. No problem po, ma'am. Okay lang.
Sir Mao, can we play po your sample video po so that it will encourage each cluster to provide video po for the day?
Sure, ma'am Jess. Sige.
Thank you, Sir Mao.
Wait lang po ah. Part po talaga ng ng ating mga online meetings po ang mga technical problems po kaya dapat mas
Version naman ito. Ito ang contribution ng mga educators ng DLSAU-IS
medyo loading lang po tayo ng konti.
Naming of binary covalent compounds, part 5. Handa na ba kayo? Para mapangalanan ang mga covalent compounds, gumagamit tayo ng mga prefixes para mapakita ang tamang ratio ng mga elements. Kapag 1, mono. Kapag 2, di. Kapag 3, tri. Pag 4, tetra. Pag 5, penta. Pag 6, hexa. Pag 7, hepta. Kapag 8, octa. Kapag 9, nona. Kapag 10, deca. Pangalanan natin ang compound na N2O4. Una, isulat ang first non-metal kung saan ito ay nitrogen. Pangalawa, isulat ang second non-metal na ang dulo ay nagtatapos sa IDE. Ito ay oxide. Pangatlo, ilagay ang tamang prefix ayon sa ratio ng element. Kaya ang pangalan ng N2O4 ay di-nitrogen tetroxide. Tanong, ano ang pangalan ng covalent compound na ito? N2S. Tama. Tamang sagot ay di-nitrogen monosulfide.
Electric.
Naming of binary covalent compounds, part 5. Handa na ba kayo?
Ayun po, so yun po yung yung parang covalent compounds, naming of covalent compounds sample. Ayun yung for me parang isa sa mga favorite ko pong nagawa. And so far po nakapagpasa po ay ang skill-based po at grow unit, grow cluster po at ABM strand po. Miss Jess, pwede po bang i-play ko na po yung yung skill base po?
Yes, Sir Mau. We can now play the videos for videos of each cluster po.
Thank you po. So, ito po ay uploaded sa YouTube.
Pagpaparami ng halaman. Ang pagpaparami ng pananim or halaman ay nagagawa hindi lamang sa pagtatanim, nagagawa rin din ito sa pamamagitan ng ibang paraan paggamit ng parte ng halaman. Ang dalawang uri ng pagpaparami ng pananim or halaman ay una, pagtatanim mula sa buto or butil o tinatawag nating sexual propagation. Pangalawa, ang paggamit ng ibang bahagi ng tanim or halaman tulad ng ugat, ng sanga at dahon. Ang mga ito ay inihiwalay at pinapalago upang maging bagong tanim or halaman. Ito ay tinatawag nating asexual propagation. May dalawang uri ng asexual propagation. Una, natural. Ito ay ang normal na pagtubo ng mga usbong ng halaman mula sa ugat o punong tanim. Nangyayari ito sa gabi, kawayan, luya at saging. Pangalawa, artificial. Ito ay ginagawa na ginagamit ang sanga, dahon o usbong ng tanim. Halimbawa ng artificial ay pasanga or cuttings. Meron tayong stem cutting, leaf cutting, or nodal cutting. Meron din po tayong marketing o tinatawag natin na air layering, in-arching, at grafting.
Ay, ang galing na in fairness, Sir Dan, ha? Ang ganda-ganda. Okay, ito po yung sa, sa grow unit. Ay, grow cluster. Okay, so ang galing. Ayun. Thank you po. Thank you po, Grow You Cluster. Punta po tayo sa sa ABM Strand. So, thank you po. Yan po. Ayun po yung mga videos na naipasa po. Kung may gusto pa po kayong ipasa, pwede pa po. So palakpakan po natin yung mga nagpasa po. So yay! Galing-galing. O di ba, dali-dali lang i-manipulate yung CapCut. So pwede pang nabanggit sa tutorial video kanina na pinlay po ni Miss Jess yung about sa Chrome key, no? So pwede natin gamitin yung green screen effect, no? So ayan, explore lang po natin yung CapCut, ang dami po natin madi-discover. So medyo nag-update din po yung CapCut at dadagdagan po ng mga features. So ayan, magagamit po natin yan sa ating mga eduk videos. Ayun po. Siguro po to follow na lang po siguro yung ibang videos po. I-play na lang po siguro sa PLC or sa iba po nating meeting. So, maraming salamat po, teachers. I'm so honored na ako po ay na-invite niyo po bilang speaker po sa ating inset. Maraming salamat po, ma'am. Thank you po. Thank you po, Miss Jess.
Thank you, Sir Mau. Thank you po. Thank you to those cluster who participated in this workshop. All right, so at this point, we can now proceed to the awarding of certificate. Let me just share my PowerPoint presentation. All right, for the awarding of certificate, let me read the citation. De La Salle Araneta University Integrated School. This certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Mr. Maurice B. Gravides for his invaluable contribution in sharing his expertise and exemplary service rendered as resource speaker in the conduct of the plenary entitled Creating Video Lessons for Distance Learning during the DLSAU Integrated School in-service training with the theme Preparing, Transforming, and Empowering, given this 9th day of July 2021 via MS Teams. Signed by Dr. Irene U. Dalog, Integrated School Principal, Dr. Marie Allison Iperpan, Vice Chancellor for Academics, Research and Mission, Mr. John Andre H. Padua, Assistant Principal for Academics, and Mrs. Ana Victoria A. Gonzalez, Assistant Principal for Administration and Student Services. Again, thank you so much, Mr. Maurice Gravides.
Thank you po sa certificate.
All right, so before we end our plenary this morning, may I ask if we have any reminders from our administrators, Sir Andre, Ma'am Ana?
Hello, Miss. Am I audible now, Ma'am Jay?
Yes, Sir Andre. Go ahead.
Siguro po, please do not forget, first of all, a pleasant morning to our integrated school faculty, to the administrators, and to all, and also our attendees from the Salikneta, from the Agri-Vet School. So a pleasant morning once again. Please do not forget to accomplish the evaluation forms that is being posted by Sir Kinit in the comment section. Then for the afternoon session, we'll proceed to what is being scheduled. It will resume at 1 p.m. and afternoon session will be hosted by the mathematics unit. Thank you. On my end, Miss, that's the reminder that I would like to give.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Andre. So again, dear teachers, later we still have PM session, which will start at 1 p.m. So thank you so much for participating for the AM plenary. To all integrated school online teachers, faculty, and administrators, have a great day.